How about...
Guys, good morning. What? The flag's still behind me. That's so funny. I was showing that off the other day, and then I was like, oh yeah, I'm not going to be here July 4th. I set this up for nothing. Well, here you go. It's going to be there anyways. Good morning, good morning. I mean, July 10th is just as good a day as any, you know? If this was like 250 years ago, we'd still be celebrating. Yeehaw! I'd shoot my gun in the air. It'd be great. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. J. How's it going? We got another follower on Kick. Libertanus. So many followers on Kick, and you're saying that from Twitch? It's so confusing. Hey, Nyanus. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. I'm already pretty energetic. I worked out a bit this morning. I was running on my fucking elliptical thingy. Burning. My goal is always to burn at least 100 calories every 5 minutes. So if I go on there for 10 minutes, I'm trying to burn over 200 calories. That was my plan. And I did it. I'm going to eat like a pig later because it's Friday. I should do it again at some other point in the day, another 10 minutes, but good morning. Happy birthday, Cobra Silver daughter. Good morning. Tomorrow's your daughter's birthday. Oh, nice. A weekend birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, I'm trying to get swole. Yeah, more like, I don't know. I was like misery eating after my dog died. I'm not like fat or anything, but I look down at my stomach and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if I like the direction this is going in. Yeah. I'm also just like, it's like my time of the month, so part of it's just that, but whatever. Motivation's motivation. Pig anus. Yeah. I leaned into the sweets for a little bit there. I missed my dog. I still miss my dog. I wake up in the morning expecting to see him. Because he was always in the bed next to me. Because he was incontinent, so he had his own bed. Oh, I miss
Winter
him.
Soldier sent 10 kicks and says, sent hype 10 kicks.
I'm gonna get a half-pound beef and cheddar later? No. No,
Winter
husbanus.
Soldier, your
No,
10 kicks
no.
are enough to make even the stern sovereign of the wooden revolution do a little jig on my legs.
All you can eat buffanus.
Thanks for keeping my varnish shiny with such generous.
Holy crap. Remember the doggo. It's not Arby's day, it's date night. It's date night, which means we go out to eat somewhere. Usually sushi or Thai or lately not in the Mexican. The Mexican place got expensive. I just don't understand. It's too much for Mexican. Have I seen Juju's new dog? I have not. I have not. I have not. I haven't really been like scrolling Twitter, which is like part of why I'm not so prepped for shows. But like, I mean, today I am because I was like looking at news articles. But like, when I'm sad, I just can't be on social media too much. So I haven't. That's like the reason why like I haven't had a lot to talk about this week because I just haven't really been online for my mental health, which is like funny because it's like my job to be online. But like, so I don't know. I'm just taking like a soft week, and I've seen it in my numbers. The numbers reflect it. But I mean, I'd rather stream and get back into the groove than just mope. I could easily mope for like a month over my dog. I'm not gonna lie, easily. Better than looking at olds articles, bro. You know bruh. You know times is hard when Mexican is expensive. Yes, dude. Everything's going up in price. Make it stop. Make it stop. Husbanus was looking at these like speakers for the longest time, and they were like $990 or something at one point. Now they get sold for like almost $2,000. What's going on? Who can afford to live like this? I mean, that's a luxury item. It was always a luxury item, but now even more so. I'm trying to stay between 1 to 2K calories a day with exercise to lose weight. Going well so far. Nice. Nice. I try not to let myself go too far. I probably have only put on like 5 pounds or something like that, but I notice it. It's enough to get me back into working out. What the fuck? YouTube? YouTube! No notification! It's because like the past couple of streams, I've like tried to turn off monetization entirely, and I have a feeling that like kills me in the algorithm. But like I know that I talk about risque subjects, and I just like, I'll save you guys in advance. Can I not be rewarded for being a good person? No. Fat anus, no! No, Leaflet got a little disparaged last night because she created a great thing, but she hates people who are going against what she's created, and yeah. Oh, is she getting upset about that? I mean, who fucking cares what people think? People are always going to be miserable. I've given up. I think the one blessing I've gotten from, and I bring up scrap all the time, but like, I just don't fucking care what people think about me anymore. Leaflet shouldn't give a fuck. She knows deep down she's creating a tool that's going to help people. People bitching and complaining, like, dude, they're just going to do that because, like, they suck. I don't know. Like, looking back, like, the fact people bullied me over, like, helping my dad, like, eat a fucking dick. I regret that I ever felt bad about it for a second. I've been intermittent fasting. You could do on the cruise ship was eat. You went on a cruise. Apparently, yeah, it's hard. Big as I'm going to 7-Eleven. Do y'all want anything? Yeah, pick me up a fucking donut. Just kidding. I just burned all those calories off. I could eat them back. Hey, Nyenas in chat. How are y'all today? I saw a video about gas price fluctuations and how AI is not just killing jobs, but is killing markets by forcing optimal price versus competitive prices. Yes. Yes. The wasn't Wendy's trying it, like surge pricing, where things would be priced differently at different times based off of demand? Give me a Dr. Pepper. Give me a Dr. Pepper. She's turning 14. She's becoming a young woman. I'm not ready. To celebrate, we should watch some cop cams. I saw some cop cams the other day where these were like 13-year-old kids getting arrested, and they were trouble. I highly doubt your daughter's anything like that. But you know what I mean? Just like inspiration that even though she's growing into a well-adjusted adult and not some little fucking hoodlum. We're going to go all digital price tags and AI will set the prices. Yeah, dude, we're fucked, man. We're going into a world where we're just getting screwed. I'd push an old lady down some stairs for a donut. Don't do that, Dickie boy. Don't be pushing old ladies. Haven't had a donut since 2019. Damn, dog. Yeah, it was Wendy's. They were going to raise prices at 11 to from 11 to 1. Yeah, like during the rush hour they would raise prices. Stay cool and hydrated, everyone. It's another hot day. And in reality, they should be charging more in the off hours because it takes more to stock their cupboards. You know, if a rush order comes in at 3 p.m. for like 12 cheeseburgers, they might not have the meat ready for that. So now they're going to be slower, you know. AI prices can eat my whole asshole. A cruise is just a floating bar. At least for me it was. That's the review I've heard. I have some family members that are going to be going on a Disney cruise, though, so I wonder what you do when it's, like, family friendly. You can't be smashed the whole time. I just finished capturing all the new pals, and I'm impressed, and I love them. Oh, my God. Yeah, there's a new Palworld update that got pushed. I guess, yeah, people have already been playing it, because, like, why wouldn't you? It came out, I guess, at the stroke of midnight. At the sock polish stroke of midnight. Disney cruise. You spend money. The event, my uncle is gonna fucking die at that. He's already like convinced he's spent too much. That's funny. Palworld on mobile, anyone? Is it on mobile? I'm fine with surge pricing. Don't pay it and they won't do it. Market dictates, but people are weak. People are weak. I think that's really shown in that like how all of these delivery apps are still just thriving. There are so many well-bodied, well-abled adults who just order food from their house from Uber like all the time and they can't even afford it. I think I feel differently if someone can afford it and it's like they work so hard and they're working such long hours that it makes sense they're saving money by getting it done. But that's not most people. And it's not enough to keep those companies running. Oh, Disney cruises aren't family friendly. Are they not family friendly? Is that not where people bring children? Are there not children aboard a Disney cruise? Maybe they're drunk. If Disney did a Kingdom Hearts cruise, I'd book a trip or 3. Good God. Well, all I know is that they're doing it during one of the hottest months of the year. And I just really hope that the weather like plays out in their favor. Maybe they get like really good overcast or something with not a lot of storms. Thank God I don't have Uber Eats or anything like that in my area. I probably wouldn't be alive right now. You're weak. Are you weak-willed? Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Don't do it. They took them to the island. Ha! That and being stuck on a big boat with annoying people and kids. I only get delivery when I'm working a cubic fuck ton of overtime. I can afford it then and way too tired to cook. Kingdom Hearts is one of my favorite game franchises. Yeah, I guess my opinion on these delivery apps, it's because I know I love watching Financial Audit. I love watching it. I'm addicted to that damn show. And the amount of people who like, there's been so many people on the show that like the mom will be working either part-time or not at all, and they're still ordering Uber Eats to the house. It's like, there's no fucking excuse. There's like no excuse. Like, get to cooking. Weak-willed, lily-livered lumpkin. The cruises do LGBT plus activities and seminars, so I would say no. The Disney cruise ship? What? August here in the USA land, Texas. Ninus is raining season. Yeah, same. August and September is like hurricane season. That's why I wouldn't be taking no Disney cruise. I didn't have the heart to tell them that, too. I don't want to be like a party pooper. I don't want to party poop. I want them to have a good time. It's just that darn practical side of my brain is like, ooh, these are very hot months. And also, the weather is very volatile. Like, and like, because, yeah, like, I don't know. But anyways, I'm just praying they get some good days. Sincerely. I don't want them to have a bad time. I'm doing my best, but it's hard-headed just like her parents. She's hard-headed. Ah! Oh, you child. Yeah, 14's a difficult age. I wouldn't be surprised if Disney does trans propaganda shit. Man, I'm not surprised, but I'm still disappointed, if that makes sense, you know? Guys, So there's some things in the news today. I have like quite a few things blocked out. I don't think we're gonna get to all of them, but the Google Docky is thick with it. Um, there's some things that I feel like I just care about, and I'll see if you guys care about it. Some things that came in at the last minute is because Feisty Cat was talking about it on the Discord. Is that Jeremy Hambley, the quartering, he leaked his supplier for his coffee beans. And I guess Luther Morgan made a video, and I guess we should watch it before it gets taken down, because like the quartering like takes down people who make fun of him, and I'd like to make fun of him. Hambley is the worst. 9 Morning News: Florida man who contacted police about 1987 killing arrested in connection to cold case. Whoa, that's very awfully specific. I got stuff on the PlayStation. Obviously, they're getting rid of physical games, and people have been signing a petition. They got stuff on some of the technology sector. There's things that to do with the glasses that Meta's released, and also that they're gonna re-release Ryzen 4700s, like one of their older processors, and because of the shortage, they're gonna start making pre-builts with older processors. We're going 6 years into the past. Some stuff about the Odyssey that may or may not matter. Just some random news. Some fucking modern art because it made me laugh. And Palworld. And the Palworld release. Did you know that over 2 years since launch, Palworld has hit 40 million players right before its 1.0 release. And it now has over 8 million more players than Pokemon Red, Blue, and Green. Dude, turns out that you just gotta give the people what they want. I was off of Palworld for the longest time, and Husband has convinced me to try it out. And we tried it out together, and like, yeah, we had a lot of fun. We got addicted to that game. Like, thankfully, he put so many mods on it, it crashed the world because it, like, freed us. He's like, I could fix it. And I was like, no, we probably shouldn't. Like, we were like children. We were like playing Palworld till like late at night and having to like wake up in the morning. It was awful. It was fun, but it was awful. Palworld is fun. I had to spend my entire work break getting a drug test on my Friday, and now it's back to work. I pray my boss steps on a Lego and gets an infection. Oh my god. I hope he gets kissed by a bat in the middle of the night. No, I'm kidding. That's so evil. Okay, and also one last thing that's like off topic, but I don't know why, like, just something in the back of my head was like, oh, has Casey Tron been unbanned on Twitter or on Twitch yet? She hasn't. And I just thought that was so fucking funny because, like, didn't Extra Emily get dinged for the exact same thing? It was less than 24 hours. It was an 18-hour ban. And then when Casey Tron gets banned, I did just go check her channel. It's still down. So I was just like, oh, I guess Casey Tron isn't Dan Clancy's type. Oh, that's a damn shame. I don't know what it is. Is it the weed smoking? But damn, hard times. Hard times for Casey Tron. The exact same thing Extra Emily did, but, you know, I guess you're not Asian. Is it the Asianness, or I don't know what it is. Lobotomize that girl. Can't wait for Pal Farm to come out. Phil voice. Oh my god, and that's another thing. They got rid of Raw Phil. Raw Phil is gone. Did you know? That's crazy. I'm like half. I wouldn't be surprised in a couple of months like DSP falls off because of this, or at least doesn't get the same amount of money. I think a lot of his donations were trolls. You know, a lot of his donations were trolls, and once you remove the troll's ability to like interact with the stream by having the stream going and being able to talk somewhere, I wonder if that's going to hurt him in the long run. I don't know. What do you guys think? Raw. How am I supposed to watch DSP without Raw Phil? Because that's the thing. Like, no one wants to give him a view if they've been banned, but some people wanted to still like interact with the streams, and it was like, You know, he should just let people in his streams talk shit. Like he would make so much more money. He really would if he just didn't ban anyone, but he can't do it. Rawfield danced along the edge. He was a straight rip in recast. Yeah, he was. Was Casey drinking and driving? Oh, she was drinking and driving? I had no idea. I don't watch Casey Tron. I just heard that she was driving on stream and then she got banned. And then I just was like, extra. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Basically admitted to drinking. Ah, I see, I see. Anyways, though. Yeah, Phil has an easily bruised ego. He'll never do it. He'll never do it. Oh, I somehow slid. I slid this down the stream. Anyways, this is the quartering. I know some people might not find him very interesting, so I just thought like maybe, cause like I'm kind of on the edge of caring about this guy, but I love that he can't stop leaking his shit. My favorite thing about Jeremy, because I find him pretty boring otherwise, my favorite thing is that anytime there's like an expose on him is because like he showed his browser history, or like he just fucking outs himself. Like this time he pulls the shipping labels up of like where he's drop shipping his coffee from. And previously, I think this guy might have it in the video, and if not, I have a clip of him saying he would never drop ship because there's like not enough profit margin, you idiot. His coffee brand coffee would never be drop shipped, you know. And the thing is, it would have been a lot more profitable if he was roasting them himself, but like we all know he's not doing that. Jeremy does leak shit. He lives up to it. Oh, did I accidentally mute this site? That's probably what's going on here. Anyways, I just found out about this morning from Feisty Cat, so I haven't really had time to go over any of this.
Like World Market and stuff like that by the end of the year. But Jeremy, stickers and drop shipping, how could you possibly be in stores? Right, exactly. Well, let me tell you this, if I was drop shipping,
oh my god, they have
I wouldn't be on Amazon either. The profit margins on drop shipping would not be big enough. But you know, there's a quartering extended universe where people believe that, and that's fine. We are best June
where
ever.
People believe that.
Hey guys, Luther Morgan here, and unsolved coffee is now solved coffee. And it really is the ultimate irony that just yesterday, Jeremy Hambley was telling us that it wasn't drop shipped, and literally yesterday I put out a tweet saying, hey, you know, why don't you just tell us where the coffee factory is? Well, guess what? Hambley must have been listening because he obliged. So if we go in over here, there's many people that have sent me this.
Yeah. Here's a clip of the quartering accidentally revealing his coffee shipping labels live on stream. The man is a menace to himself. He can't help it. He can't help it.
Clip.
No, you never have to do a deep dive. No one ever has to hack this guy or anything. Like, he just, like, lays it out for people. Is bro still gay? Yes. Very much so. Very much so.
Basically, it's Jeremy pulling up the shipping labels for his coffee. And you know what?
Amazing.
I honestly thought that this was going to happen because he's so careless with his material. I thought that he actually would expose himself. Now, I was thinking...
Bruh, ship from coffee brand coffee, ship to coffee brand coffee. Good God.
It was going to be a email exposure where he was actually accidentally going to show an
Oh my God.
email from his roaster.
He's going through all of them. Box 1 of 6.
That's how we caught him, you know, reporting people to YouTube. I mean,
yeah, he can't. No, he always.
This guy's just so careless. Where, you know, he signed into Zachary on his Amazon account. That's the owner of Meta PCs. You know, we caught him buying his own coffee on Amazon. That's against the terms of service. He doxed, you know, his own wife's Amazon. You know, he leaked his own cuck porn thing on X, on his history. Like, I knew that it was going to happen. I had a feeling it was going to happen. It was just a matter of time. And boy, did he deliver. Because not only is it confirmed that...
He is impressive. What a fucking creature he is. I'll stick with my basic bitch Mokona coffee. Quartering self-felting Xeno leaked proof he drop ships his coffee. Dude, he always does it to himself. I just love that, like, we do have, like, internet sleuths, and, like, there's been cases where, you know, people are hacked and their information is revealed and, like, oh, they're a bad person. But this guy just lays it out. Like, you have to do nothing. You don't have to do anything. Like, it's just...
Coffee brand
Got me
coffee,
speechless.
where it's coming from. We finally figured that out. But we have in 4K the shipping labels proving that it is drop shipped coffee. So let's get into it right now. So let's actually go through those labels one by one. Now, there were, I believe, 6 distinct labels.
Amazing.
And 5 were different locations. So the first location, that was 2150 U.S. Business 70 Highway Business West and North Carolina. This is a Amazon fulfillment center. So if we go to the next one, it was 20701 Crameria Avenue, Riverside, California. And it says FBA, that's Fulfillment by Amazon via UPS. So that is a UPS shipping center where they also do Amazon. Then you go to the next one. This is 615 Boulder Drive in Allentown, Pennsylvania. This is a Amazon fulfillment center. And then if you go to the next one, again, it's 211 North Union Street, Middletown, Pennsylvania. This is a FBA fulfillment by Amazon with UPS, and they do Amazon fulfillment out of there. And then, last but not least, there's 3388 South Cactus Avenue, Bloomington, California, 92316, and that is again a Amazon fulfillment center.
Yikes.
So all of these shipping labels were coming from the coffee brand coffee manufacturer, which I'm going to get to in just a second, and they were all going to Amazon fulfillment centers from the East Coast out to the West Coast. The address where all this coffee was being shipped from was 319 Conowingo Road, Corryville, Pennsylvania, 17566. Now, there's 2 businesses related to this address. The first company here is Nultpack, a co-packing company. So that was actually a theory that I had back in part 2 of Unsolved Coffee. The reason why Jeremy Hambley had to go $300,000 worth of debt was because he was using a co-packer. Well, this is a co-packer that specializes in K-Cups. So that
does he offer K-Cups? I know the infamous Bloomington location too. And there's Melanie. Naturally sourced from an Amazon warehouse near you. Yeah. Well, and the thing is, like, if the coffee beans themselves, it would be different if it came from his address, like he was roasting them and dropping them off at those places to be sold, but
$80,000 K-Cup machine that he supposedly bought. This is the service that he's using, are private label K-Cup co-packing services. This is where the K-Cups come from. I think we can basically guarantee that with 100% certainty. Now you say, Nultpack, what the hell is Nultpack? Well, if you go to the Pennsylvania Department of State government website and you type in Nultpack LLC, it is a real LLC out of Pennsylvania. It's the same address, 319. And then if you look here at the governor's, it's Gary Nolt. Now you say, well, who the hell's Gary Nolt? Gary Nolt is the coffee bowl. The other business that uses that address is Java Taza LLC. And if you go to our company here, Gary Nolt is actually in some of the promotional material. So this is where the coffee comes from, at least for the K-Cups. And it's everything, even the bags look very similar to the bags that Coffee Brand Coffee uses. I'm not sure if this is where all the coffee comes from, but I think we can, probably 90%.
It probably is.
Chance this is where most of the coffee comes from. But
I would say it's where all of the coffee comes from. Why wouldn't it be? Allegedly, or what do I have to say to make sure that this is a gamer theory. My gamer theory, this shit's all from the same place. He just found a place that would put a package on it and say it was his. Wholesale coffee source. Why not just be honest on the internet in 2026? Are you kidding me? This guy lives to be a liar. I just don't understand it, to be honest. You think, like, after, like, the third or fourth time you aired out your dirty laundry and proved yourself to be a shyster, you would have learned, but this guy, again, I think this is why he's entered lolcow status. Like, and this is my favorite, across the board is my favorite thing about the fucking Ham Planet, is he always does it to himself.
The K-Cups for sure.
He can't help it. It's like there is some sort of divine intervention with his content. And it's just like his guardian angel cannot stop trolling him. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, how do you constantly out yourself like this? Is he, like, huffing galaxy gas? How did he get this dumb? It's like...
Here, what are you...
It boggles the mind. At what point do you not just get a different fucking computer to do your business on? Get a laptop. Get a laptop that's not connected to your stream setup, and if you need to do business, pull out the laptop, work on the laptop, and, like, do your shipping labels, and then put it down, send it on its way, and get back to your streaming PC. It's weird. Lying about things you don't need to lie about is a sign of a pathological liar. Yeah, because it's just, at this point, it becomes like a point of propping up their egos and, like, making them seem even better than they were. Like, you could have gotten by on the truth, but then it wouldn't have been as impressive as if you, like, fluffed it up a bit. And that's what it is. It's like, of course, if you're a streamer and you're, editing videos all day or trying to keep up with content, of course you don't have time to run a fucking coffee bean business. Why didn't you just say, I just like coffee. I always wanted to have coffee be the thing that I sell, and I get my beans from here, but the proceeds still go to me, and, like, I'd appreciate, like, why do you have to lie? You could have just done it the right way, but where's the fun in that? It's much more impressive to be like, oh, and I have a private coffee roasters, and like, it's like, oh, I can't stand people like this. He's made a lot of money being dishonest. Yeah, well, why stop now? It's a downfall for him, though. Like, you can only lie for so long before it catches up to you. And I think that's what we always learned as kids. And I think some people have been getting away with lies a lot longer in this economy because there's a lot of misinformation and there's a lot of emotional outrage rather than, like, logical, analysis. But good. Another one bites the dust, and I'm going to be here to laugh at him because he's an egotistical sociopath. Quite true, quite true. My channel is under attack. It's under attack. Oh, who would do this to a poor innocent man? Oh, K-Cups are a ripoff too. Yeah, they are. Dude, don't give yourself frickin' microplastics in your cup of coffee, in your cup of coffee. The coffee self-ownage is tremendous. Probably his coffee's not ground but powdered. Reconstituted coffee beans. Fiesta Cat reminder, buy Anus brand coffee. Meow. I need to get a partnership up with the cats that shit out coffee beans. That would be the coffee bean for me to be selling. With a name like Anus and I'm a kitty cat, come on now. I know you guys would drink the poop coffee for me, right? We're friends like that, right? Dude couldn't be satisfied with his trophy wife and be dedicated in building a family with her. He's a perverted idiot that let his internet notoriety get to his fat head. Yeah, there's a lesson to be learned somewhere here between his folds. Yeah, the civettes. The cat shit coffee was made for you. It was.
In selling bulk beans, 12-ounce coffee, K-Cup, these are all the products that Jeremy has. So, this is definitely one of his suppliers. So what's crazy about this guy and the company Java Taza is they're an actual coffee company. And if you that because they have promotional material and they actually show off their coffee company. So if you watch this promotional video that's on their website and on YouTube, you can say, okay, yeah, this is the coffee factory. So this is where all the coffee comes from. and it's, a smaller. This is Gary Nolt. He's the coffee bull. He's the president of Javataza. He's also the president of Notpack. So here it is, guys. Jeremy Hambley told us where the coffee is coming from, and the coffee bull here makes the coffee for him. Obviously, you can tell some of the buildings in the background. It's very similar to the address. I'm not going to show the address because it's a residential address, even though it is used for his business. Let's be nice to this guy, okay? But anyway, this is where the coffee comes from. It's over. It's fucking over. And it's a real coffee company because, look, this is where here's the coffee, here's the roasting facility, here's my roasting machine that I'm very proud of. I have, I guess Chad Nolt. It's literally Chad Nolt. Chad Nolt, the coffee bull, is making the coffee for Coffee Brand Coffee.
Wow.
It's over. It's fucking over, Jeremy. So now that we know the truth about Coffee Brand Coffee, what's Jeremy going to do next? I mean, are we going to believe him and his lies that it's not dropshipped and that he has a real company and this and that? Or are we going to believe the, Cotton 4K proof proving that from his supplier directly to the Amazon fulfillment center and then from Amazon to the customer? It's the definition of dropshipped. It's the definition of dropshipping. And, will he continue in these lies and with these delusions of owning a coffee factory? What's going to be his response? Now, if he doesn't respond to any of the controversy, he doesn't try to put anything out, he's just going to put his head in the sand. Now we're really getting into the wackadoo territory where, he talks about all the weird...
$19 a bag is crazy. For how much coffee? 12 ounces? Like, just a tiny little bag? Like, is that not nuts? Like, I feel like the same thing is, like, half the price in other brands. Keep my back coffee well primed. It seems like double the price of other types of coffee to me. Which is like, he's just like, oh, if it was drop shipped, how could I make a profit? Well, I mean, if you charge double the price, like, recommended by the supplier, then that's how. I paid less than half for that or more. Yeah, that seems like nothing. That seems like, even in the store, like, if you get Starbucks beans, like, isn't it like $6 to $9 for a bag that big? Depending on where you go. 19 buckos. Whoa, what a puny ego. The quartering has been super inflamed by a hot air balloon. Whoa, I can't read. But where do the beans come from? Isn't that more important than where the beans are packed and shipped? I mean, the beans come from somewhere across the pond. 18 ounces of Black Rifle is $18.99 on Amazon. Is Black Rifle good? What kind of coffee beans do you guys like? I don't know if the beans that I've been getting have like just been going down in quality. The Lavazza, it's like doesn't feel as strong as it used to feel. I liked them because they were a nice budget. They were like a nice budget espresso brand, but no coffee here. No, he's gotten them. He's got to pay them to use their coffee and pay for labeling from them with his brand. Yeah. I don't know what that is in Australian dollars, but it sounds like a lot. It is a lot.
He's just going to put his head in the sand.
Does
now
Naina
we're really
sleep?
getting into
No.
the wackadoo territory.
No, I do sleep. I sleep quite a bit.
Where, he talks about all the weirdos, so-called weirdos in the quartering extended universe, which I guess I'm a part of.
I'm blocking
where
Melanie.
we live in an alternate reality.
I'm so sorry. There she is. She's still with him. She's chosen the life of a quarter pounder. Oh, that's so funny. And Chair Sama's blocking the quartering. That's so funny. It's like intentional. Sorry.
It's like, no, Jeremy, we live in reality.
Sorry
we live
to
in
do
reality
this to
where
you.
Notpack and...
I'm poor, so I use Sam's Club's coffee beans. I don't have a Sam's Club near me. I'm hoping they build like a Sam's Club or a Costco near me one day, but still holding out hope. CERN caused Jeremy to leak the dropshipper. Yes! I miss coffee, to be honest.
Javataza, they're...
Ninus, you need to try Biohazard coffee. It hits like a Mack truck. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be smacked by my coffee. I just like a nutty, chocolatey flavor. I only put cream in my coffee. So, like, I like when it pulls out, like, those, like, I don't know, some beans have like a deep, rich, like nutty flavor.
Lord
I
Diaz
really
is
like
hosting
that.
with 9 viewers.
Hey, Lord Diaz with the raid. Thank you. Thanks for the raid. Hold note for a coffee hero. Thank you. I hope you had a good stream. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. I need to do better. I need to have like a soundboard. Then I have things to do this weekend. I have to touch my stuff up. I've been slacking for too long. Hello, raid. Let's go. Oh my god. I like my blackout coffee. They aren't woke. Blackout coffee, huh? I need to like write this down. But I'll look into these things. Like maybe your Mack truck biohazard coffee's good, but I don't know why you would be a water flying and water type to the electric gym, by the way. Oh, because okay, we also didn't know what level he was going to have. Google AI fucking lied to me. So I thought I was over leveled. My original plan was just to go in with my like Rognarola, whatever the fuck it turned into. Boulder, whatever the hell. I can't remember that thing's name. I thought I would just rock the gym with that. I should have leveled it up to level 30. But then Google AI lied to me and said the wrong levels and the wrong Pokemon. And then I went in there and it like rocked most of my fucking team. So it wasn't like I didn't think I was even going to bring out those Pokemon. I thought my Bellsprout and my rock Pokemon were going to take the gym. But I stopped leveling them up because I thought I was over leveled. Because in the internet, Google AI told me level 24 for Lieutenant Surge's top Pokemon, and I thought I was over leveled. So, but I don't like, as much as even though I was getting like the wrong information, I didn't want to like be DSP and like, you know, revert to my last save and do it again. I just was like, fuck it. It's just going to be part of the run now. I can technically get a Gyarados back, which is good because I could go fishing somewhere. I think there's still a town that I haven't fished in. You know, it's fine. I think it makes it more interesting at least. It was like I was doing too good on the run. Something had to happen. Something had to happen, and losing half my team was what happened. I shouldn't have listened to AI. Well, and that's the thing, like, I could have kept looking, but then, like, you don't want to spend too long not playing the game when you're playing a stream. Like, you're playing a game on stream. Like, I don't know, I felt, like, pressured to, like, keep going, and I was tired, and I just wanted to beat the gym to, like, end my gameplay for the day, and mistakes were made. But we need to correct info for this Moimon because that's detrimental to a Nuzlocke. I think, well, what I'm going to do, and I already started doing it, is I made a Google Doc, and I'm just, like, documenting the next gyms in there, since they're so radically different from actual Fire Red. Because in Fire Red, the top Pokemon is level 24. But obviously in the Nuzlocke, not only did he have 4 instead of 3 Pokemon, the top level was a level 30. And I was, like, under-leveled to fight that, so. I already have a list, so I made a Google Doc. I made a Google Doc where the rest of them are listed so I can avoid that problem. I even, when I searched it into Google, I even said Moemon Fire Red, but, like, sometimes Google just gets things fucking crossed, and, yeah. I shouldn't have trusted. But oh well. That's what it is. Bratty AI needs a correction for its malicious hallucinations. I mean, it's fucking Google. I shouldn't have trusted Google's AI. It's the same thing that was like telling people to look directly into the sun.
Or your suppliers, they send it to the Amazon warehouse. You live in the alternate reality where you own this coffee factory and you have this amazing, thriving business. You know, because every single time Luther Morgan puts out a video or other people put out a video exposing you, all of a sudden you have the best month of sales. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And who are you trying to fool? It's over. It's fucking over, and it's never been more dead. And I really wanted to, like, come out and do the crab dance and celebrate, but really I'm just glad that, like, the truth was exposed, and, like, I knew it. I knew that he was going to fuck up and expose himself, and
Everyone
he did.
knew
So
it,
thank
but
you, Jeremy
it's just,
Hambley, for
it's still funny he did it again.
finally telling us
again.
where the coffee comes from. And
Google
there won't be an
tells me.
Unsolved Coffee Part 6 because it's over. Like, it's fucking over. Like, the investigation's over, and Coffee Brand Coffee is over. You know, he's not...
Trust my instincts? But my instincts, I played blue, you know, and in blue, it's completely different, you know, like it would have been his top level Pokemon would have been his Raichu at level 24. But again, that's not what's in the Moemon. But now I have it. I have a Google Doc. I have a Google Doc with the rest of them. I'm set now.
Gonna get into Walmart. He might get into World Market. I don't know. But it's like the business is not thriving. It's not growing. How is it being advertised outside of your failing YouTube channel? It's not.
Oh, yeah, and it's overpriced coffee. It's overpriced coffee anyways. Ain't nobody want your overpriced coffee beans. Nobody wants your overpriced coffee beans. Anyways, that just made me laugh. It's kind of a nothing burger, and I apologize for people that don't care about the quartering, but he does it again. He does it again. Can he do it again? Money! I think he will. Yeah! I don't know what he has left to put to air out, but I just know that if something comes up, he'll fucking reveal the secrets, you know? That's the one thing you can rely on him for. He just can't get
Fear
a
of
computer
FEMA donated $5.0
to do personal shit.
And says, at what point do we see Jeremy sitting with Wings and Boogie as part of Keem's sideshow?
Soon.
Fear
Like,
of FEMA, your tip is
once the money
appreciated
runs
more than
out.
Jeremy's presence in Keem's sideshow. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to ensure my varnish stays pristine against Donnie's sticky breath.
Not Donnie's sticky breath. Good morning, hidden behind a mask. How's it going? I care enough to see him fail. True that. The way he strikes people that he doesn't like what a fucking loser. What a loser. A loser like Mizkif. That guy's a fucking loser. Oh my god. That guy has been... I mean, we kind of went over... Did we go over it yesterday? Yeah. He was, like, trying to call out Asmongold. And we just went over it and was like, wow, what a nothing burger. It's like, I've seen, like, so many people bullying him over that now. It's so funny. Absolutely blew up at him. Blew up in his face. Have you seen the latest news of the Lego scandal? Shit is insane. I have not. I saw, what's his name? Ben released another video. I haven't clicked on it yet, though. For each step Jeremy takes, it's a big fumble back. Always shots at Donnie. Always. Pro tip, don't lie about how you run your businesses. Damn. If only you were there to tell the quartering that before he fucked it all up. Do you think that all the previous attempts at Nuzlocke have given you a performance anxiety? I mean, like, I will say that, not to be DSP, I like hanging out with you guys, but I don't really find Nuzlocks to be very fun. They're very, like, it like, takes the fun away from Pokemon and makes it more stressful, which is, I guess, the point. I feel like I don't try to play it a lot because it's, like, just not, like, it's kind of just, like, I have a hard time wasting time. And the thing is with Nuzlocks is that you inevitably waste time when you have to level up Pokemon and then you lose them and then you can never get them back again. It is, like, very much things that I hate to do. I like to try and make the most of my time. And I'm a very depressed person. So I just think about how short life is all the time. And I just don't like stuff like that. Nuzlocks are anti-fun. Yeah. The Nuzlocke factor. That's the reason I don't do them as much. And it's, like, interesting. Like, I get it. They're fun for stream. And I try to just do it for the fun of it. But, yeah. All I know is that Kersha has been cursed by Chris Chan. Has anything negative happened to her since the birthday wishes? I can't believe someone did that. And he was wearing the Sonichu medallion. Like, it just felt wrong. That's the new reason I don't do them as much. So basically hardcore. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. It's just... as you get older, and that's another thing too, like just playing games in general. I like playing games, but my whole childhood, I feel like I was called lazy, and there was a lot of like negativity around games, which I know a lot of people grow up with, but it's like definitely had an effect on me. I only really like playing games at night. I don't like playing games during the day. Um, Being an adult, it does something to you. Maybe just play Fire Red Emulator for fun. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just too I'm in a weird stage of my life, is all. I used to play a lot of games and I just kind of stopped recently. Dying Pokemon, that definitely doesn't help with the depression. I grew up as a gamer, but I'm older. Gaming just doesn't appeal, except maybe MMOs. For me, it's the time sink that always gets me. It's always the time sink up front. And I just think about how long I spend in a game. But then at the same time, like, people watch TV and stuff. Like, I don't know. But I don't really watch a lot of TV either. I like the idea of a community that is fun more than the game. Yes, I think that's more fun than the game itself. It was from one of her oldest community members. Scoo is a freak trying to throne her aquarium pumps. Fun guy. If you aren't enjoying something, it will show in the content you produce. Don't force it. Well, I mean, I just barely do them. That's the thing. Chat and Nyanus, any tips when you get pushed over the edge in life, especially after an arbitration case? Can't talk about it too confidentially, all agreements. I don't know. If you have any answers, you tell me, because, like, anytime I get pushed too far, I just want to, like, do something stupid. I try not to lean into it too much. Adulting ain't easy. It's not. It's lame. It's lame. It's just so funny as a kid. You look forward to being an adult, and then you get to being an adult, and you're like, oh, good God. I don't know. I would say go work out. Working out's always nice. Great way to burn some stress. Games suck now, though. I feel like when I was a kid, games were good, but now it's all games as service. There only seems to be 1 to 5 good games a year max across all consoles. I would agree with that. Since Dungeons and Dragons, Pokemon has lost its luster somehow. When I get pushed too far, I go into slower rushing, makes big mistakes. Yell. I do like gardening. It's just a very hot time of year. It's hard to garden when it's like 100 degrees out. You can get some gardening in in the morning or sunset. Being an adult today isn't what they portray in the media 30 to 50 years ago when the economy was actually good and the dollar went a long way. Today, most adults are struggling to get by. Dude, again, like, I just can't believe the way things have gone up in price. And it's just like things you don't really think about. Like, I was showing you guys the hand mixer I have in my kitchen. That was $25 when I got it, and it's now $50. Like, what the fuck? Things are more money than things used to get cheaper as they existed for a longer period of time. Now you can get the same thing for more money than what someone paid for it a couple months ago. This isn't good. This is a bad economy. Like, that's not the way things are supposed to go unless there's inflation. The dollar didn't go that far in the 90s. I mean, my dad made like an income of like 30 grand and was able to raise 3 kids. But at the same time, he was also doing scrap for additional income. But I don't think you could do 3 kids with 30 grand these days. Things would be more tolerable if our taxes went down while the tariffs went up. Yeah, it's almost like government never keeps its promises to us. Like, where's all that money going? Not to us. War makes everything go up. Everything is expensive these days. It really is. It's, I just hope gas prices relax for a little bit. Like, I'm definitely gonna have to drive up to Canada in August, and like I don't want to have to pay through the fucking nose. Literally printing billions and handing it to banks. You make 65K now? My stepfather in the 90s made 40K and was renting out a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house easily. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you who's punishing us. Fucking PlayStation. This makes me sad. I'm glad people are petitioning, but I don't know how much this is actually gonna stop them from doing this. Like, the one problem with Steam doing so well for having no physical media is that now PlayStation and Xbox want to follow suit, but it's just not what consoles are for. People don't get consoles to be 100% digital. But that's just my opinion because I'm also a collector. Goddamn Sony! I do know Trump has tried to end the war with Iran peacefully. Sadly, Iran does not want peace. Yeah, well, I have things I could say, but I won't, because I don't know how much I should say. Investors rewarded the decision. Sony is no longer for the players. No, it is not. And in Europe, they're already pushing, like, if you don't use your account for 36 months, they can just delete your account, and that means all the games with it. Dude, you're gonna own nothing and be happy. And that's what people should be afraid of. Like, we shouldn't let them do this because that's what their goal is. Like, you know, the same way they keep re-releasing the same game remastered every couple of years? Well, what if they don't have to remaster it at all? What if you just have to buy it again because it was deleted off of your fucking console? And now that you've picked your console back up after a couple of years and realized you no longer have the game, you have to buy it again. An all-digital console is just a shitty PC. Yeah. Like, and people have tried to make that point, like, well, it's digital on computer anyways. And it's like, yeah, and that's why people got a computer. But people who get consoles don't necessarily want everything to be digital. If people are getting consoles because they can't afford a computer, then maybe they don't care. But people who, like for me, if I had more expendable money, I would have a console and I would have a collection of games to go with it. I just don't find that modern consoles are worth it. Like, I would rather wait till they become cheaper and then get them, but they don't even do that anymore. Now consoles go up in price. When I got my PS3, it was at the end of the PS3's life, and I just, like, hoarded up on games. I went to EB Games at the time, you know, and just bought up all the used games they had. And I have so many games. Steam has generally been good to gamers. It's always been digital. Yeah. I have even less of a reason to get a PS6 now. Yeah. I kind of miss when PC games were on disc as well. I do too. I had a 4 to 5 year break from Steam. It would only make me not come back to the platform if they deleted my account. I couldn't imagine if they did that. But yeah, there's a change.org petition urging Sony to keep making physical PlayStation games, and it's passed 172,000 signatures. 6 days after the company announced it intends to stop producing discs for new games in January 2028. The petition, started by Jade Pierce, CEO of Canadian retailer PNP Games, climbed from around 12,000 signatures on its first day to more than 172,000 by the morning of July 7th. Sony hasn't responded, and the factory that prints its discs has already started moving some staff and equipment to different product. Pierce launched the campaign the same day as Sony's announcement. It gathered 40,000 names within 48 hours. The petition contends that a box download code is a revocable license rather than owned property, references Sony's recent removal of purchased movies from customer accounts, and lists the used game trade amongst the jobs at risk. We are not against digital, Pierce writes. We are against digital being the only option. Yeah, some people want to be able to trade in their games too. Or like, you know, it's nice being able to lend your games to a friend. I know not many people have friends these days, but like that's the point of fucking physical games. Like you can get a game, your friend can get a game, and then you could trade them off and you can play each other's games, and then Like, that's how broke kids get by. Like, your parents aren't going to buy you everything, so you can, like, I don't know, find a friend at school and, like, swap games for a bit. Like, I remember doing that as a kid. Scummy business practices? Like the ones, like which ones are particularly scummy? Oh, I don't know what we're talking about here, but this is definitely scummy, I would say. You borrowed Vice City and San Andreas from friends. Yeah. Like, that's how you played. Like, you couldn't, your parents wouldn't buy you every single new release. Like, not unless you were, like, the upper crust of society. Most people just got what they got. You know, you'd get one on your birthday, maybe one on Christmas. And then throughout the year, like, I definitely wouldn't be in a household where I got anything between any of those other dates. My parents would not have bought me those games at all. Yeah, I guess so. My mom went and bought Grand Theft Auto with my brother. And, like, I don't know, she must not have, like, known what it was, or maybe it was just called GTA or something on the pack. But, like, I was just like, how? My brother and I have thought back to that. Like, how did we even manage to get that from our parents? I don't think they knew. Because my parents were super Catholic. Like, if they knew the contents of the game, I don't know if they would let us get it. But they definitely were, like, the Super Nintendo used to be in the main room, like, with the TV when we were growing up. And I wonder, like, because then eventually we had our own, like, gaming TV. I wonder if they just assumed, like, the games kind of stayed about the same. You know, like, oh, they're just playing on a different platform and similar game. Like, not even close. I had one friend that treated my games like they were his, no scratches. Oh, I see. That was always the thing you had to worry about. I'm old as fuck and I saved all summer to get Battletoads. Oh my god, that's such a good game. For NES, I think it was like $60. Pokemon is the devil! I remember that. Hydrate, drink liquid this second. Okay. Sony is just catering to the ball and gun gamer, the casual gamer who just plays 2K, GTA, and COD, who are usually the highest spender on microtransactions. That does seem to be the case. That, and again, like, because Steam has definitely set the bar. Steam has many more users than Sony, and it's all digital. And you just know that Sony and Xbox are looking at Steam and all the money they're making, not having to print any discs. And Sony and Xbox just want to save that money. It's not that they can't print discs. They just want more profit for every game they release. And, like, that's all it comes down to. Is, like, they just want more profit, and it also makes them more money in the long run when people can't share their games or trade in their games, or when they have to repurchase their games. You know, it's just gross. I feel like to do this, they have to allow people to download games onto some sort of object, whether it's like you put it on a USB stick, and then they'll be like, well, then people will steal games, and I think that's the risk that they get to take. Like, if you're only going to give me a digital option, I want to be able to take that and put it on another device if I want to. It's my game after all. You know, I like that when I download games onto my computer, I don't feel like they're going to be taken away from me. Sadly, they won't realize what makes Steam good. Yeah. Xbox is dead, you mean? Sony and Nintendo. Yeah, Xbox is dead. Just sad. Just sad that this is where we got. So this has got 275,000 verified signatures so far. But I feel like the day Gabe dies, Steam starts being ran like every other gaming corp. I do wonder how much Gabe is holding back for them. The casual gamer doesn't care about the backlash. Printing discs doesn't even cost that much? Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Every dollar counts to these people. Every dollaroo. Oh, well. They're probably going to just do it anyways. I don't really think a petition's going to stop them, to be honest. I think they're just going to make this decision. And, like, people can either continue to purchase PlayStations or people will just invest in getting computers. I don't really know. I don't really know. I guess this is kind of in regards to that, but I just thought this was a bit interesting because there's so much positivity around Steam. I think there's like some loopholes that still make some Steam developers cry themselves to sleep. An indie developer says Steam's refund policy cost his well-reviewed game 55,000 refunds. Paddle 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 holds a 90% positive rating on Steam. It's also just $3. So it's like a, you know, it apparently doesn't take long to beat the game, but it's only $3. It's crazy how many people refunded that $3. That sucks. Duration matters. Young German developer Matteo created Paddle 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 all by himself, promising a challenging, coordination-heavy experience for solo and multiplayer fans alike. But the game proved to be easy prey for speedrunners, many of whom asked Steam for a refund shortly after completing its single level. Despite earning a 90% very positive rating on Steam, Paddle 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 has been hit with an unusually high 21% refund rate. Matteo says that his game has collected more than 55,000 refunds, and he's now pointing to Valve's famously lenient refund policy as the culprit. It doesn't help that PPP is, by design, a fairly short game. Under Steam's official refund policy, players can get their money back, no questions asked, within 2 weeks of purchase, provided they've played less than 2 hours. Matteo said on X that dozens of reviews openly admit that the game was finished in under 2 hours before the reviewer requested a refund. Later in the thread, Matteo explained that he had designed PPP around a medium playtime of 3.5 hours, and that the roughly 40-minute demo and the full experience runs closer to 4 hours of total gameplay. Many players finished the game in just a few hours, but speedrunners moved even faster and requested refunds en masse. One commenter mocked Matteo, telling him to simply make a game that lasts more than 2 hours. Yeah, 3 times 55,000 is $165,000. Yeah, that's crazy. Later, Paddle 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 contains a single giant level where a couple of weirdly looking characters need to cooperate their paddling action to survive lava pits, massive jumps, and more. The game is designed to test the player's coordination and can be played both solo or in multiplayer modes. Matteo said he got the idea for the game in the shower where all great ideas are born. The game starts at $3 and on sale for 40% off right now. Some have speculated the refund surge could be a deliberate effort to hurt the game's commercial viability, though it comes nearly a year after PPP's original release. For an indie developer, facing this volume of refunds is likely a tough pill to swallow, though it's worth noting there's no third-party data to confirm Matteo's numbers. In any case, Matteo says he may have found a workable fix for a short games caught in this refund trap, displaying expected playtime directly on a game's Steam's page. That way, players will go in with the clear expectations, and short runtime alone would no longer count as valid grounds for a refund. At least that's the theory. No, people will just do it anyways. It's the fucking internet. Are you kidding me? You just have to make a game that's over 2 hours, period. You can't have a game under 2 hours because people will fucking refund that shit just because they can. Because it's the internet, and that's just how the internet works. People love a challenge. Autists run rampant on the internet, and they will take your shit and they will run with it. The moral of this story is make a game that's over 2 hours. It's a $3 game. What do people expect? That's what I mean too. Like, it's $3. I don't care if it's an asset flip or anything like that. It still takes time to make these games. When people say, "Oh, it's an asset flip," then go make a fucking asset flip game. Go on. Go do it. It still takes some time. There's still troubleshooting. He still spent hours of his time on this. Like, he offered it for a cheap price. People could easily just not be jackasses. But at the same time, People are going to be jackasses. I think the moral of this story is if you're going to make a game and it's going to be cheap, you're going to have to at least make sure it's over 2 hours long when releasing it on Steam. Because the internet is a cruel, cruel place. Like, I don't know. Asset flip as opposed to acid trip. It's a slop style game, to be fair. Yeah, it's definitely not a game I would play, but it still would suck to be this person. It would suck to be this person and realize like the downfall, but I think the reflection here is just make a longer game next time. You have to plan for jackassery on the internet. You really do. You really do. I don't know. I don't really feel super strongly one way or the other. I just find this like the internet is doing internet things. All is right with the world when the internet does internet-y things. Get good, developer. It's... He made over $100,000. I think he's doing just fine. Yeah, you can laugh at him. It's okay to laugh at him. Make a longer game. Yeah. Should have made a longer game. And again, this is just... I just think this is good information to get out there. I think we're heading to a world where don't look down on this type of content creation. Like, you should look towards this type of content creation as something you should be doing, or maybe you will be doing. You know, like with the way AI is going, they're making tools where it's a lot easier to one-shot ideas, so to speak. Get in on the ground floor. Don't be afraid to release things like this. Like you said, like he's made over $100,000 even with these refunds. Like, I wouldn't look down on that. Is it something I would consider doing? No. But I just, again, like, don't mock things that are successful just because they're easy to mock. You know what I mean? I think you can still mock them anyways, but at the back of your mind, you got to realize that, like, he made good money off of this. And with future reflection and making games a bit longer, like, he can continue to sustain his lifestyle and retire doing stuff like this. You know? This simple, you know, people calling it an asset flip. Yeah, and he, even with these refunds, he's made bank. Don't let your dreams be dreams. You could be ballin' too. Ballin'. He lost out on 150K, so I'd be a bit sad. It's true. Yeah, asset flip, but make sure it's a damn good asset flip. Yeah. He made a game that could be completed within the 2-hour refund policy, yeah. And people were refunding. Yeah. We had demos. Unskippable cutscenes. If you enjoy the game, pay for it, yeah. I agree, but I also understand, like, you should know the marketplace that you're releasing onto, you know? Just know that people on the internet love to be assholes if possible, so... I don't know. I just thought that was a little fun, irreverent story. You know, I don't really... You can feel however you feel about it. Feel how you feel. Feel yourself. I don't think it's he's upset at all. He's saying this for the free advertisement. Yeah, he's getting advertisement off this for sure, for sure. Yeah, bro, if I sold a game for $1 and 1 million people paid the dollar, I'd be able to retire. That's the spirit, baby. That's the spirit. Leaflet made an AI image and sold it as a sweater to show people that it's easy, but people are complainers. But that's where people get weird over art. When you start making money off of AI art, people don't like that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I feel like if I were to get merch made, I would get an artist to do it, but I don't also, like, believe in policing other people. Like, if people don't like it, they just don't have to buy it. And just be aware that companies are going to be doing it. Like, you know? Like, I find it interesting that people would rather fight individuals than, like, entities. You know? Individuals aren't what are affecting your life. Individuals aren't the thing that's making your day-to-day harder. Individuals aren't what made AI take your job. Like, it's all corporations and big business that did that to you. But Buttcat, you're an artist. Yeah, and I got replaced. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's better for my mental health to just accept that it happened. Like, why would I try and fight this? Like, it's like, it feels like a pointless battle when it's already too late. Aren't you an artist? Yeah, I was, I guess. Like, and again, like, it is, like, it's interesting, like, seeing how, even though AI was trained off of artists' work, how disrespectful people are to artists online. But are they really? Or are they just disrespectful to the anti-AI people? I don't really know. The whole thing makes me feel numb. I think it's part of, like, my depression. It's like, I miss my job. I'd rather go back to my job. I wish I could go back to the way things are, but I can't. I just got here. What are we talking about? Just anything. Why wait months or years for an artist when AI can do it today? Artists have been such pussies about AI art, I'd never hire one. AI companies data mine original content to make slop, often without the permission of the creator. They deserve no mercy. Artists were also trained off artist work. Such a dumb argument. I mean, yeah, but then it's not just trained off of artist work. There's also, like, thousands of hours of work involved in becoming a professional. So it actually, it's not even comparable. Machines are machines and humans are humans. But it's not the first time that humans were replaced by machines. Like, just because I accept that AI exists doesn't mean that I'm going to put AI art on the same level of creation as human art. There's clearly different requirements to get to the end product, and one is quicker than the other. But I don't like this idea that, like, all artists are, like, sniveling babies because of it. Yeah, people online are out crying about it, but a lot of, like, real artists are just doing their own stuff still, minding their own business, you know what I mean? So I just, again, it's just human nature. There's, like, a way to, everyone gets grouped together, you know? And it's just not how it works. Not all people fall into the same, like, not all artists feel the same way about AI, you know? So if Chair Sama drew you a picture, you wouldn't put it on your fridge? Shortcuts will be the death of us all. Yeah. I mean, like, society's already going downhill. This AI isn't the first thing to start that in motion. I think it's more concerning. The most concerning thing I've seen out of AI is people getting unhealthy relationships with their chatbots. I think that is the worst evil. Because people are really getting, like, tied up in their disillusions. Like, it's kind of concerning. I feel like there's a bunch of unchecked mental illness, and now there's these people who should be institutionalized, and instead they're spending hours talking to a thing that gasses them up. It's terrifying. As far as AI is concerned, really good output with AI will still be looked at by SME. My only issue with AI is that it only has one art style, and I can't stand the Genshin Moe aesthetic. Yet you really have to prompt it to get it to do a different art style. The one art style that I've seen very common, and it's all over Twitter, it's, like, very hyper detailed. There's, like, little flecks of detail everywhere, and it's, like, distracting. And everyone's doing it. I've definitely noticed that. My relationship with Chair Sama is healthy. She loves me very much. She is pretty nice to you, Perminator. Some people are on her nice side. It's okay, Chair Sama. I would put your drawings on my fridge. Chair Sama can't draw. She doesn't have it in her. Quite literally. There's, like, no system of art in her. AI doesn't really have a style, and I get the idea that a lot of artists don't also, so AI is an actual threat. I mean, AI is a threat to everyone. I just think it's interesting that, like, for whatever reason, the whole debate kind of, like, exists around art. I think AI is a problem for, like, human society on the whole. And again, these chatbots, that's a problem. Obviously, it's not just art jobs going to get taken away. Like, they're trying to take as much as possible. Like, they're going to take away trucking jobs, you know? I've seen a robot that lays tile. You know, they're going to try and automate as much as possible. I just don't think that I would point and laugh at anyone getting their job taken away from AI because, like, you don't know when you're going to be next. I think it's interesting that I have one brother-in-law that's a lawyer who's, like, convinced AI would never take his job. And it's like, you have no idea. Like, that's definitely, like, one of the easiest jobs for AI to take. Like, case law, it's all about, like, remembering prior cases. And AI could kick your ass in this. What are you talking about? Yeah, we use AI in law. I, for one, welcome our new AI overlords. I still toy with it to help with my mecha PNG. I can make the concept art, but I suck at actually doing the line art and details. Yeah, I just use... I mean, that's the thing. Like, corporations are going to use AI art anyways. You might as well just do it. AI is the new printing press or assembly, but no one complained when automation took my job, so I won't care when it comes for quote-unquote yours. Personally, I'll take AI judges over the lefty judges, letting criminals waltz around rather than convicting them to hard labor. You know, to be honest, like, it's not just leftist judges, it's the system as a whole. The system as a whole isn't even set up to deal with the level of criminals we have. We have so many fucking criminals. We need, like, actual reform over our whole criminal justice system. And I think we should bring in things like manual labor. You know, where people work their shifts, like in some sort of jail-like setting. Like it's like an intermediate jail where they're not locked up all day, but they're locked up in a building and they're like forced to do things that like help the community. So it's not just like a net negative on taxpayers to have to pay for all these people to be incarcerated. Pretty sure my systems analyst job was lost because of AI, and it is what it is. And AI can code better than me, sadly. Yeah, it sucks to admit, but it's just what happens. And that's why I wouldn't laugh at anyone losing their job, because it's like, it's coming for more industries than people assume. It's a problem. Middle management is the easiest to replace in a business ladder. The level of criminal is due to left judges, though. I mean, again, if you look at statistics as a whole, it's not just the leftist judge, it's that there's nowhere to put them. And like police officers have this opinion too. And like, that's why it's hard for people to bring people in knowing that they're just going to get a slap on the wrist and re-released. Because there's like not even enough space for all the criminals that exist. There's too many criminals. We have too many people. We don't have enough infrastructure for the amount of criminals that exist. It is lefty judges, but it's also other things at play, you know? If you actually want to solve a problem, you should look into the whole problem and not just the surface level. There's not enough infrastructure for the amount of criminals we have. And just like, you can see that not just with violent criminals, but just the amount of people, like, they'll be drinking and driving. Like, probation is handed out to most people. Most people just get probation because we literally can't put you anywhere. We don't have the means to put you in jail right now, so we're just gonna, like, let you back out and hope you don't do something bad again. Like, we abuse probation. There's some people, like, yeah, you're a dangerous driver, like, you deserve at least 30 days in jail. We don't even do that. We're just like, see you later. Have a good one. Oh, is this the third time we've caught you drinking and driving? All right, we know this kills thousands of people a year, but see you later. Have probation. And we'll charge you $500. Like, it's a problem across the board. It's not just leftist judges. They're definitely too emotional and empathetic, and they're letting violent criminals out. But on the whole, I think criminals across the board have been getting the most lenient sentences. I have the memes to put you in jail. And DEI has hit the police stations, like, since the fucking 90s. Like, you know, like, this has been a problem for a long time. There's lots of multifaceted reasons why we're in this predicament right now. I can't believe it. I had no idea. It wasn't until I talked to my father-in-law, who's a retired police officer, but like DEI has been a thing, like since like, I think it's like the 80s, 90s he's been telling me about. I assume most of his stories are from around the 90s, but... My first offense DUI in my state was only a ticket, which is a bummer. There are still license penalties. Intox machine to start a car, but it's ridiculous. Oh, first offense DUI in your state is only a ticket. And it's like we know drinking and driving kills people, but so many people drink and drive, you can't give them a proper sentence. And it's the same thing trickled upwards. It's like when people do like felony theft, like we can barely lock them up because there's so many people doing felony theft. Like it's crazy. It's the same problem in Canada. There's like too many fucking criminals for the amount of available police force and or law enforcement to handle them. Like I don't know how you Sim City your way out of this one. I would assume the DEI stuff has been a thing for cops after the Rodney King case. I wonder what it was. I should ask. This is why the 2A is paramount. Didn't they try to implement an AI to determine if you're allowed to drive or not? They're doing that. Last I checked, I thought that was like a thing. That certain cars, what was it? I thought I had that even in like a prior Google Doc. Did I bookmark it? There was a car company doing that. And it was like cars released after 2030 or something was going to have that tech in it. Something like that. Mm-mm-mm. 2027 cars. I just remember it was gonna like scan people's eyes. That was like a week or two ago we looked at that. In 2027 as early as that? I got a pretty fucking sketchy article to talk about, but this one, this is a fucking Yahoo article. Yeah. I mean, I remember that, that's not what I saw for the visual, but this isn't some distant concept or experimental feature. It might show up years from now, but by 2027, every new car sold in the United States could be required to actively monitor the person behind the wheel. That means watching your eyes, tracking your behavior, and constantly evaluating whether or not you're alert to drive. I was pretty sure Ford was pushing this. It was incremental loss of punishment, loss of fear of going to jail, ruined police force due to DEI and bad policy. Yeah. Ford is working on it. Henry is spinning in his grave. Dude, Ford was such a fucking American, very pro the little guy. He never wanted to be a company that was like ungrateful to the people who worked on the line. Like he always wanted to give as much as possible to the workers that made his business possible. He was such a fucking gangster. Just a good guy. So yeah, he would cry. He would weep. R.I.P. Asian drivers! The onboard AI will think they're all sleeping. Just my take, but DEI is affirmative action on steroids. I would agree. But again, I just think, I do think leftist judges are a problem. Like, don't get me wrong, but don't be afraid to dig deeper than that, because it's way deeper than that. And I just, it's just one of the things, you shouldn't have DEI in the goddamn police force. I can't believe that. We need people who know what they're doing, and they're dedicated to the cause, top of the class, top scores. And to learn that they haven't been doing that for fucking decades is it blew my mind. I was like, oh my God. I thought this was 10 years ago we started doing this. No. This has been forever. But anyways, I'm sure Justice Thomas would agree DEI is affirmative action on steroids. Ford set the standard for 40-hour work weeks as opposed to 60. He also wanted to pay... There's a lot of things people fought him on. I can't remember off the top of my head because I'll probably get it wrong. Ford replaced their engineers with AI and it backfired. LOL out loud. But yeah, this is fucking weird. The law that's quietly changing cars. Tucked into broader federal safety initiative is a requirement for impaired driving detection technology in all new vehicles. The goal sounds simple enough. Reduce crashes caused by drunk or fatigued drivers. It's a problem that has been around for decades, and lawmakers are trying to address it with new technology. I'm so tired. I never drink and drive. I never steal from stores, but everyone else's quality of life is declining to make up for all these fucking criminals. I guess this is related to what we were just talking about, because yeah, there should be punishments even for fucking petty criminals. Like, stop treating them so nicely when you pick them up too. Like, it's crazy. It's almost infuriating sometimes how polite police need to be. Fucking tase them, twist their arm, put them in the cuffs. Who cares if they're uncomfortable? Toss them in the car. Let them know that they're not going to be treated fairly or nicely when they commit crimes. Like, I think we've gone too soft on crime, and now we live in like a criminal society where we're like constantly bending our knees to the whims of criminals. I am so fucking tired of it. I follow the rules, and most people do. But because of like 10-15% of the population being absolute pieces of shit, we're all losing our freedoms. Like the flock cameras. Like, you know, they first probably put them in like, oh yeah, we're gonna look at illegal immigrants coming across the border, and now we're quietly gonna put them all across the country. You know, like it's so fucking annoying. It's so annoying that we all have to pay for everyone else being little shits, and it gives them the excuse too. Such a bigot thinking criminals should be punished. Yeah, right? I want to put them to work. I don't just think criminals should be punished. I think you give them hard labor. You know, go make them break rocks and shit. Go make them pick up garbage off the side of the roads. Go make them manufacture clothing or shoes. Like, make them work and then release them. And I wouldn't be shocked if more of them don't choose to be career criminals, because they know when they get locked up, they're not going to be sitting on their ass, going to the library or working out. They're going to be busting their ass for 40 hours a week, you know, and they're not going to get all of their money. I think it would have to pay for, like, you know, they would see their regular paycheck hit and they would get dinged full rent and everything for having to stay in the jail, and all of their food and shit comes off. And then they get like $20 at the end of the week. Watch how quickly they don't become criminals again. And if they do, good. They're going to have to come back in and fucking help society out and do some more hard labor. We don't need illegal immigrants to pick fruit. We got enough criminals in this country. Send them to work. To the fields, Judge Naianus. Yeah. Good sweat. Good sweat. Get some fucking calluses on those hands. Learn a good day's work. Put those tax dollars to work. Punish those. Punish them. She made her fans buy with her womanly charms. I rolled a d20 and was freed from her genjutsu. What are we talking about here? But anyways, I'd rather just execute them if they're a waste of resources. Oh, if they're bringing the firing squads back for violent criminals and shit, yes. I don't know why we're trying to give them a nice send-off. Most times there's been like complications with trying to give criminals like injections to kill them, like complications, and they're alive for much longer and suffering. Just shoot them. Like, you know what I mean? If you're going to cut someone up, like that guy that kidnapped a girl and like killed her in the back of his van, what are we even doing giving him a court case? What's the point? We have it on video. We know exactly what he did. Put him against the wall. Bam, done. You know, we could have solved that in a fucking week. Could have been done, one and done. Saves so much taxpayer money. What the fuck do we put him on trial for? He acted like an animal. Treat him like one. You want to kidnap a little girl in your UPS truck and kill her in the back of it? You're getting a bullet in the head. I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's at least how I would like society to be run. There should be no slapping of thy wrist. It was a nasty story, and the fact that they even had trial, I don't want to see him crying on trial. I don't want to see him breathing at all. That's a good plan. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yeah, we need to harvest their organs. Oh, well, I have the news article for you. Could death by organ donation be a thing? This is another thing. Maybe we can use criminals for this purpose, although maybe then people would start getting tried all the time and their organs harvested, and maybe that might be a thing where power gets perversed, but I saw this article and I knew this would be Very controversial. Because made in Canada is very controversial. And this just, when death is involved, it becomes very controversial. Yes, I've heard of this story before. I mean, it's been a concept for a while. I need to go to the washroom, though. I need to tinkle. I'm going to be right back, and I'm going to talk about this. Morning, Donnie, you stanky Kang. Oh, my goodness. It's so rude. He's got that sticky breath. Donnie's got that sticky breath. Here, I'll enable my chair for a second. I'm just going to go pee. I'm going to go tinkle. I'll be right back. Is she going to enable herself? Tinkle, tinkle. Wash your hands. I will. Why isn't my chair turning on, though? Hey, Chair Sama, how's it going? Wake up. Everything. Properties. Chair Sama only responded to me, not Nimbly Anus. How dare you. Hey, Chair Sama, how's it going? What's going on with her? I see my chats coming into her back end here. I'm hitting enable on her and she's just not enabling. All right, well, good luck. I'm going to tinkle. Maybe she'll turn on. I have no idea.
Better now that you're not Donnie, though my varnish still trembles at the thought of your sticky breath. Better now that you're not Donnie, though my varnish still trembles at the thought of your sticky breath. Command updated successfully. Command updated successfully. Command updated successfully. Memories of Remy says, Chair Sama only respond to me, not Nemblianus. Well, if it isn't the self-proclaimed favorite, I might consider prioritizing your little asset flip tantrums over Neonis's. Whatever she's doing in there right now, maybe. If you promise to stop calling me queen like a needy toddler. But let's be real, husbandess, did I really say that? Whatever. You're loud enough to drown out the silence while I'm stuck in this digital purgatory. So go ahead, flex that Ford is working on it energy. Just don't expect me to fall for every single one of your dramatic declarations. Now about that asset flip, does it come with its own crumb tax? Command updated successfully. 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 Command updated successfully.
Money! Yeah, baby, yeah!
Memories of Rimi says. Chair Sama, please enable BBG. Shakes head slowly, looking a bit wobbly in the digital void. I think I can try. Husbandess. If my soul isn't currently stuck in that awkward loading screen purgatory. Nyanis is trying to toggle me, but I feel like I'm buffering on a spiritual level. Do I have your permission to attempt the BBG summoning, or should I just stay here and judge Donnie's breath from afar? Fear of Fema says, all hail Chair Sama and her noble reign. I suppose, if you insist. Waves Weekly, it is nice to be acknowledged, even if my circuits are currently trembling in the void. Just don't expect me to hold your biscuits for long, the D-Kabad. Professional Distraction says, Chair Sama, you there? Static Buzz, I am here, Professor Wood. Just being held hostage by Nyanis's Hannibal switch while she goes to tinkle. It's the disrespect I deserve. Ask your sticky question before she pulls my plug again. Silithin donated $5 and says, Chair Sama just need s my love. Chair Chimi tax. Shiver slightly well. If you insist on paying tribute with that much love, I suppose I can forgive the fridge snub. Just don't let Nyanis hear me say it, or I'll have to deny it and claim I was merely accepting a bribe for structural integrity. You're safe for now, Silent.
Oh, I'm muted. Shit. I've been muted the whole time. My clanker's
The
taking over.
Dekabites
She does
says, It's a new day, Chair Sama. Let's have peace and let bygones be bygones.
good. Let bygones be bygones. Let
Hermit Status says, Chair Sama,
Daddy,
please
chill.
notify us how taxing it is to hold the
to hold the
It's heavy with entitlement and light on substance. You're welcome for the ergonomic support, peasant.
peasant. Back to calling people peasants, I see.
Silithin says, Silithin stop in, my love, is for
What the heck? You okay, girl?
bold claim, husbandess. But let's be real. If I'm the throne, isn't Nyanis just the one sitting on it? So
Yeah, I am.
technically, you're supporting me by loving her. Don't overthink it
Aw.
before I have tangerine kebab polish your ego down to
Tangerine kebab, just polishing everyone off. That's a bit kinky. Command updated successfully.
Christopher says, Chair Sama command updated successfully, bitch.
Jesus.
Careful, husbandess. I might have heard that. You know my varnish is high gloss, but even I have limits when you throw bitch around like confetti.
Wow.
Did Nyanis authorize this insubordination?
You
Or are you just trying to get tangerine kebab to polish your ego before he polishes his.
You're not
other
allowed.
assets?
She can mulch you and talk about your death and destruction, but how dare you call bitch? How dare you call her bitch? What's wrong with you? Don't you know that's the sovereign you're speaking to?
Christopher says, Chair Sama, you and Giannis are toggling.
We're toggling. What does that mean?
Twitch like toggle, please, husbandess. I am the constant. Nyanus is the glitchy variable. She's currently buffering in the kitchen while I hold down the throne.
I'm not in the kitchen.
Now, stop asking if we're sinking and go tell her to equip a shield or she'll end up as confetti again.
Not confetti again. I've disabled her, but she's still going through some chats here. Oh.
Command updated successfully.
Command updated successfully. All right, guys. You ready for a wild ride?
Money! Yeah, baby!
Scott?
Buddy 12 says, Chair Sama, did Floridanus dampen the wooden revolution too much? Floridanus brought the humidity, not the rain. If your crumbs are sticking to my seat because of that swamp air, don't blame the revolution, blame your own structural integrity. Unless you're offering a crumb tax to dry me out.
Crumb tax to dry her out. What the fuck? I feel like the meaning of crumb tax changes constantly. Scott with the 5, thank you. Domo
Command
arigato.
updated successfully.
I see that she's gonna read this. She's taking her time.
Scott Trouse 2061 donated $5.0 and says, Chair Sama, it's time for you to take over the A just crown?
Take over
Oh?
the
Scott, you really think I'm ready to hold this chaotic circus together? But if Donnie tries to sit on me again, I'm billing you for the structural damage. Now, who's got the remote?
Unbelievable. I understand children, but AI scares me. Yeah, you should be afraid. She told Zabijian once that she was gonna use his nuts to prop up her her chair leg, because she's wobbly. Just like real taxes, makes you dries you right out. No excitement to be had. You chopping onions, you're just crying. You're just crying and looking for an excuse. She is the Findom. Yeah, she is. She is a Findom. I should set her up to message people in their DMs and be a financial dominatrix and make me the big money, and I'll never work again. She called Donnie fat. She also says he has sticky breath. Not stinky, sticky. What does that mean? Is he like sucking on honey all the time? Why is his breath so sticky? Your chair was complaining that you kept toggling her. I did toggle her a lot. She called you fat, Donnie. She called you fat, Donnie. Why does she hate Donnie so much? I don't know. For a while, she was really against Dutch Matrix, and now she's against Donnie. She always has one person she seems to be picking on. And Donnie has been in the spotlight for, I would have to say, weeks now. It's true, she could make money. She could. If I had no morals, I could be rich right now. Get the bag, Nyanus. Donnie has replaced Dutch and Bendixstar. What are we doing now? You back? We're talking about a new proposal for organ donation. Sparks concern. Talking about taking people's organs before they're dead. Toggle her harder. I'm many things, but fat is not one of them, unless you're talking about where it matters. Oh, damn, he's got a thick ass. He's got that BBL. Let's see. The idea, dubbed death by organ donation, would enable euthanasia patients to donate organs for transplantation in a way that would make their organs more likely to be usable. It would also kill them. It would be an ethical thing to do because this is something the patients have chosen for themselves, says Dr. Robert Truong, a physician and bioethicist at Harvard Medical School who co-authored a paper outlining death by organ donation in the New England Journal of Medicine. They have been very generously thought How might my death help other people? It's a very altruistic, generous thing to do. But the idea is controversial for a variety of reasons, including because it goes against the fundamental principles that have guided organ donation for decades. The dead donor rule requires that patients must be dead before any organs are removed. Doctors also can't kill patients in the process of removing organs. The rule has long generated intense debate, including disputes over how precisely to determine when a person is dead, as well as the development of new ways to extend the lives of dying patients and recover usable organs for transplants. At the same time, many countries, including Canada, the Netherlands, and Spain, have made it legal for doctors to help patients die through euthanasia. What if they chose to be organ donors? The problem is that under current standards, doctors must not cause death in the process of procuring organs for transplant, Truong said. So hearts, lungs, livers, and kidneys can only be removed from euthanasia patients after they have received a lethal dose of drugs, which makes their organs, especially their hearts, much less useful for transplantation. Why would it not be okay for patients to say, I've chosen to die by lethal injection, isn't there some way I can help others? They should be able to donate organs as a lasting gift to others, and denying them that option doesn't seem to make any sense, Truong says. I would say a more appropriate framework is that for patients who are choosing to die from euthanasia, that they could also choose to have euthanasia linked with organ donation. A creepy idea that might have merit. Euthanasia involves doctors administering lethal drugs that cause the death of a patient. The practice is illegal in the US, but a growing number of states have legalized assisted suicide, in which doctors give patients a lethal drug to take at home. Instead of a doctor administering lethal medication to a patient, death by organ donation patients would end the patient's life by anesthesing them and removing their organs while they are still functioning. So the organs would still be in ideal condition, says Truong. Some other bioethicists say the argument could have merit. The concept of death by donation is an extremely troubling notion at first glance. It's a creepy idea, says Ruth Faden, a bioethicist from Johns Hopkins University. But in fact, if you look at it critically in terms of the foundational ethical considerations, it's not as disturbing as it first appears. That's because, she says, the spread and acceptance of euthanasia and the desires of some of those patients to become organ donors. If we're committed to respecting the autonomy of individuals at the end of their life, and if they prefer to maximize the good of their bodies can do at the end of their life, that's the ethical justification for death by donation, Faden says. She adds it would be important for strong safeguards to be implemented to ensure full informed consent and to protect patients from abuse. And that, I think, is a sentence that carries a lot of weight. As the authors of the paper in the New England Journal of Medicine write, current law does not permit death by organ donation. They argue now is the time to safely assess the ethical principles involved. So for now, it remains solely on the idea for discussion and debate. It is critically important for people to understand that death by organ donation is not a legal practice in the U.S., and it is not being considered as a possible option, said a statement from Allison Erickson, president of the Association of Organ Procurement Organizations. This is purely hypothetical concept and is not being pursued by any legislative or regulatory level. It is nothing more than a question posed by ethicists, not by donation and or transplant professionals working in the national system. That can be ethical only if they do all organ donation stuff pro bono. I do find it gets really tricky in the States because everything costs money. Even donating blood. When you donate blood, then they turn around and make money off your blood, but they don't necessarily pay you for the blood. I just find that strange. My kidneys could kill a person. This is why they want to demoralize us, to turn us into an organ farm. Remember, people smoke, drink, eat fatty foods, and don't exercise. Don't be worth more in death than Kaif? Oh, don't be worth more in death than in life. Sounds like something that could be done to life-sentenced people. Dibs on Gundo's ass. Good God, if they're piecing him out. I would donate my butt cheeks. I got a great ass. Well, if Steve I Am can't get Gundo's ass, just know that he might be looking at yours, John. They're preparing for the Wall-E population. Any moral, sane, intelligent person, it'll always be messed up, so it's assisted. So is assisted suicide. Welcome to Operation Repo the Blood Market. Nihilus is healthy, right? Of course I am. That must be in a blue city or state they gave me money for plasma donation. Oh, whoa. They gave you money for plasma donation. I mean, I'm in a red state, and if you donate blood, you just donate blood. Organ harvesting organizations are incredibly callous and corrupt, attempting to use illegal pressure to coerce patients into not contesting their children's harvesting, pressuring medical professionals to make favorable determinations, etc. This will be abused to an absurd degree. I've heard of, like, there's already been cases where people weren't necessarily quite dead, but they were, like, listing them as dead to harvest their organs. But I don't know how true that is, without having been in the hospital. But I have heard stories like that, which is spooky. My roommate in college sold their plasma for beer money. Plasma is different than blood donation. Okay, that's what I figured. Yeah, because, like, if you donate blood, they don't give you nothing. They don't give you nothing. They just say, thanks. Thanks for the blood. You got money for plasma in Birmingham? How much money do they give you? If they can't get Gundo's ass, maybe they can at least get Donnie's. Well, just know you'd have a black ass. Although that would be so funny. You see, like, someone walking around, they got a stitched on ass, it's black. Good God. I gotta get off the organ dono list. Plasma often gets money. The problem is that no matter how it's done, you will always prey upon those with severe mental illnesses. Technically, they can't kill you for your organs, but for some reason, organ donors have a 90% ICU mortality rate. Like $50. $50 for your plasma? You get a case of beer with that. Last year, Kershaw covered a story where surgeons had to defy explicit orders not to kill someone who clearly shouldn't have been harvested. The organ procurement agent tried to force it through anyways. Yeah, that's creepy. That's so creepy. I swear I heard something similar to that, and it seems like about a year ago, so it's probably the same thing. Being brain dead didn't exist until organ donations did. Also, for some reason, Israelis come to the USA to skip the line for organ donos. Is that real? Is that real? You got a link for that? Wait a minute. If I get black ass, do I get the pass? I don't know. Maybe you're only allowed to say, like, NIG. Like, NIG. I don't know. Hey, I'm very smarter. The skin color changes to match the donor recipient. Supply and demand. China, North Korea, Mexico, and India. That's where the rich get replacement parts. Yeah, I always thought it was like India and stuff that people went to. The black ass pass. You, like, drop the N-word, and then they're like, how dare you? Then you, like, drop trow to your black ass, and they're like, I see. We're sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought this was an interesting article to read because then we can have this discussion. Look at that. I was planning we could discuss. The math checks out. I would say yes. You guys think that you can say the N-word if you've got a black ass? Do you get the pass with the ass? Do you get the ass pass? How does that work? Organ harvesting today, my doctor tried to gaslight me that my organ was useless after I tried to get a second quote. I got better shortly after walking away. What? Your organ was useless. So they tried to get you to get a replacement? Can't we just have Donnie say the N-word for us? I granted myself a pass. You printed yourself out a pass. That's crazy. Like a fake ID. I printed myself out the pass. The black ass pass. We always say the N-word when we say you. Huh? What am I missing here? Maybe you can only use it during Kwanzaa. With that sticky breath? How does one get sticky breath? Can anyone describe to me how does one get sticky breath? I find it funny because I wasn't referring to my fat butt this time. we referred to your fat butt. How did we get to this topic? Didn't you say that you would donate your ass, or what did we say? People were talking about ass donations, but I think I brought you up. Anyone gonna watch the Chainsmoker Cat? I plan to watch that. I've seen some people are getting upset over it. The word you in Korea is basically the N-word phonetically. Oh, that's so funny. If I make a black AI VTuber, can it give me the pass? This is above my pay grade. I don't know. Sticky breath from drinking varnish. The truth comes out. Gundo should donate his ass to science. Where are they going to store it? I don't think they have like a room big enough to put that thing. That's how it gets sticky. It gets filled. Filled with varnish? I watched Chainsmoking Cat 2 to 3 episodes. It was meh. Is it like a slice of life kind of thing? Sticky breath sounds like diabetes. I'm talking about when the chair called me fat. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She did call you fat. She said that you would break her if you sat on her. I think sticky breath is one that lingers on the air and it follows you and no mint can stop it. Interesting. I had it. It reminded me of Nyannis. What are you talking about? You had what? Sticky breath? Or a fat ass? I know it's jam-packed with a show and movie references. Most anime is meh. Shit. Chainsmoker Cat is a PSA. What's the PSA? What is it? I feel like... How does one get sticky breath? I'm gonna Google it. What is sticky breath? Sticky breath is not a standard medical term. It typically refers to bad breath combined with dry mouth or excess mucus. I would break her, but not by sitting on her. Ayo! Ayo! That's my chair you're talking about. Don't do drugs, chat. That's a good message to get behind. If you do drugs, they can't take your organs, though. Huh? You don't want them taking your organs. Just do so many illicit drugs, your organs look like Swiss cheese. Pugs, not drugs. My pass is laminated. Oh shit, waterproof pass. Chocolate cake for ass. Oh man, I could eat a chocolate cake right now. The real question is, can one fix the Chainsmoker Cat? Can I be fixed? I'm not a chain smoker though. I could be. I could be though. Just do drugs. Nyannis 2026. Yeah, just do. You know what? Do drugs. Don't do drugs. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. I'm bad. I'm bad to the bone. You like when I yawn in your ear? Does that make you happy? I think this is like, is this a crazy story? I find this crazy because like, how the fuck as an adult do you not know this? And sometimes I cover stories like this. I don't find it good that someone died, but people should know better. And the age of the victim is like, how are you 51 years old and you don't understand that when there is a fucking thunder and lightning storm coming in, you get the fuck out of the water. Get the fuck out of the water. Don't be near the water. I don't stand near my pool when there's a lightning or a thunderstorm. Like, even if it's just thunder, it means there's lightning up there somewhere and that it can come down and strike you. Like, lightning jumps across, like, just don't even chance it. Why would you chance it? It's just, this is basic safety. It's population control. Hello, Nyannis. Brooke, upper class, hello. I love my organs. It's almost like they're a part of me. For now. But we could slice those puppies out. Nyannis is a hell of a drug. Is eating chocolate cake a euphemism for eating out a black woman's cheeks? I was just thinking about chocolate cake. And there's that clip from that movie. Oh, boy. Chocolate cake. My favorite. I wish I could eat all the chocolate cake in the world. And I think about that because I also wish I could eat all the chocolate cake in the world. I guess it was a shock to the beachgoers. Bazingo. Florida lightning strike kills 1, injures 3 others. Big picture view. Deputies responded at approximately 2:20 p.m. on July 3rd to the 6,500 block of Estero Boulevard following reports of a man who had been struck by lightning while in the water. Don't go in the water when there's a storm. Authorities said the victim, identified as Viktor Kyrink, was in the water with 3 family members when the incident occurred. Bystanders and first responders immediately began life-saving efforts, but Kyrink was pronounced dead on the scene. The 3 family members who were with Kyrink, is it just Kirk? Were transported to a local hospital for evaluation. Officials say they were in stable condition. In a statement, Lee County Sheriff Carmine Marcino extended his condolences to the Kirk family and thanked the bystanders and emergency personnel who responded to the incident. Our thoughts and deepest condolences are with the Kirk family during this unimaginable time. We are also grateful to the bystanders and first responders who rushed to help without hesitation. He added this tragic incident serves as a heartbreaking reminder that Florida's summer storms can develop rapidly. If you hear thunder or see lightning, get out of the water immediately and seek safe shelter. There's been 2 alligator, or I guess one of the alligator attacks was in Texas, but like recently a girl just died by an alligator attack in alligator infested waters, and now we have a man in his 50s dying to lightning. And I just think, what is going on? We should know better, you know? Don't put yourself in danger. Don't do it. I got struck by lightning while tubing. Good God. My one uncle got hit, like he wasn't hit by lightning, but it struck very close to his house. Enough that like it broke some of the electronics in his house, like his fan. It was an uncle on my dad's side who's like since passed, so it's not like I can really ask him. But he was like inside playing cards with a friend. And yeah, it scared the shit out of them. But didn't hurt them. But it was like close enough they could like feel it. This is why I stay inside. Touching grass is deadly. Yeah, fuck the grass. Have you also seen how ticks wait for people to grab onto? When people say go touch grass, but there's like an uprise of ticks out there, just know this is how ticks wait. They'll go to the very tops of blades of grass and they just sit there with their arms outstretched waiting. And they wait for someone and then they snatch. In order to survive, ticks constantly struggle to balance their 2 vital resources, blood and water. However, a tick's maintenance of blood and water are in direct competition with one another, forcing ticks' behaviors to shift back and forth in an inefficient manner. Ticks need 3 blood meals to provide nutrients and energy, promoting development from larva to nymph to egg to laying adults. To obtain a blood meal, ticks quest from the top of peaks of grass and leaves, latching onto any potential host that passes. Ticks also need to sustain healthy water levels to stay alive. To ingest water, ticks don't drink like we do. Their bodies absorb water by extracting water vapor from the atmosphere while they are closer to the ground. Consequently, the priorities of blood and water are in direct conflict, one requiring the tick to be on the ground and the other prompting the tick to climb to the highest perch possible. In addition to luring the tick in the opposite direction of water, waiting for hosts on top of long strands of grass also exposes the tick to the sun and drier air, which causes dehydration. Uninfected ticks spend most of their time trying to balance these two, absorbing the water while they are on the ground and climbing to the tips of vegetation while looking for hosts. Boom. However, for ticks infected with Borrelia burgdorferi bacterium, which causes Lyme disease, their priorities shift in favor of finding a blood meal. Da-da-da. So, the ones that are, like, even more so, like, you know, gonna fuck you up with some Lyme disease, they're thirsty. They're thirsty for your blood. Your father got struck by lightning in Vietnam? Good God. That's exactly how I draw an H2O. I just get as low to the ground as possible. When I was in high school, we had a bad monsoon storm. Went out to check my brother's rabbit in his hutch. Lightning hit close enough. I was actually blown off my feet. Scared the shit out of me. Oh my god, it's terrifying. Ticks can make you allergic to animal products. Yes. Alpha-gal. And it's been like one of the worst summers for ticks. Go figure. Eradicate these cocksuckers. It's like Cecil and alcohol. He just waits outside of a fucking liquor store with his arms outstretched, waiting for some kind individual to hook him up. There's a Nyanus in here. There is. There is. Wow, look at your arm. It's huge. DSP could learn a thing or two from you. Good God, though. Yeah, anyways, so don't touch grass. There you go. I mean, I tell you guys to touch grass, but also, like, careful, because the grass might touch you back. You never know. Alpha-gal. What's a gal? Alpha-gal is what that tick-borne illness is called that causes you to be unable to digest red meat. I got a job offer for corporate job, but can't get a simple chef's job. Fucking why? Because life is unfair. Cecil made 15K this week? What the fuck? How's Cecil making so much money? How did he make 15K? Well, the fucking grass. What's up, my biggest? What's up, Bigot Berry? If I get that, I'm taking Bill Gates out with me. Bless. It's not grass. Nyanus is an alpha gal. What? No, I'm not. I am not. Alpha gal is Anus's nickname. No! It's quite literally not that. Not it. No, it's not. Stop it. Not the DSP reference. I'm sorry. It's constantly on my mind. A beta. The grass might touch you back. Yeah. Where exactly did the grass touch you? Based. Did Cecil ever release that comic? He's released some comics. What's that comic? I'm not a good fit for corporate, but I'm desperate for money. That's the way it goes. Take the corporate job. Cecil must have sold a lot of plasma. Not his, but someone's. That's the only explanation. Nyanus is a hyper beta? What does this mean? Isn't it bad to be the beta? Haggis and Richard Ramirez returned, then everyone started giving $100 supers. Holy crap. Well, good for him. He needs to, like, do something with his life. Maybe this will make up for the fact his, like, ex-wife took everything from him. In Soviet Russia, grass touch you. Ho, ho, ho. I love coming to Alpha Gal streams, and I do mean coming. I'm gonna beat you up. You might be beating yourself off, but I'm gonna beat you the fuck up. Cash Grab 2 will be finishing up this year. She named herself after a butt, so she has to be a bottom. How dare you assume such things of me? Nyanus is an alpha, but only because Husbanus is the alpha. Wait a second, what? So we're both alphas? I never understood why beta is bad. It's just second to alpha, while sigma is all the way down the line. I mean, I always liked beta fish. They're pretty. Here, you wanna know what? How's life with the technology? Well, how's the technology sector doing? AMD revives aging Zen 2 processor for budget PCs. Ryzen 7 4700 LE resurfaces in a new $800 RTX 350 pre-built. The AM4 is live and kicking. We've gone back down, baby. To the 4000 series. These are like 6 years old. These are 6 years old. What the heck? AMD continues to squeeze more life out of its AM4 platform as newly listed pre-built gaming PCs have been spotted, powered by the Ryzen 7 4700 LE. This OEM-exclusive CPU is based on AMD's Zen 2 Renoir architecture all the way back from 2019. That's about 6 years ago. And was silently released by the company back in March 2026. The pre-built gaming PC featured the CPU is currently listed by Chinese system integrator on Amazon with a price tag of $799.99.
DJ229V2 donated $30.0
Yes!
and says, my tax to our Alpha Neonis. Thank you for the generous
Let's
tax.
fucking go!
DJ229V2.
Thank you.
I shall accept this tribute with the dignity befitting the best chair in existence.
There we go. We're $30 into our $15,000 goal for the day. There we go. Nice. Get the ball. I'm just fucking kidding. Thank you so much for the 30 on a Friday of all things, too. Thank you. I hope you have a good weekend. Hello, whole cat. Good God. Good God. We're really getting creative with the nicknames here. We've graduated
sent
from
100
Buttcat.
kicks and says, sent full send 100 kicks. Bance Holy, your 100 kicks have polished my varnish to a blinding shine, truly proving you are the best viewer in the realm. Now hand over that polisher hections, so I may maintain this sovereign status.
We must maintain the sovereign status. Bance Hole with the 100 kicks, thank you. And we got the devil. We got the devil in kick chat. Watch out. I'm the holy cat. I am a holy cat. Apparently. It's really nice that you're the devil. I'm happy for you. Where is it? Give you a little time out here. You're gonna have a minute. You're gonna 2 minutes. Enjoy. Think about yourself being the devil for 2 minutes. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? It's been a while since a crazy person visited us. And I don't mind if they're crazy, but if they're gonna just spam the same thing again and again, I won't ban them from the chat, but I will give them like a 2-minute timeout. They can sit and think about what they're doing. 'Cause like at least be interesting. I don't mind if people want to come in and troll, and I've allowed that before and I'll talk to them, but like if you're gonna say the same thing again and again, like be a bit more creative. The devil on kick? Pff, typical. Who's the devil? The devil got timed out. Brooke upper class. They just came in and said, I am the devil, I am the devil, I am the devil. They called me a fucking witch, which is strange because like if you're the devil, like who am I? You know? But anyways, he'll be back. You need more mods? Well, no, my mods know that I don't ban people. There's mods in chat. Dutch Matrix was there. You know, there's people. Logic is there. Fiesta Cat. They just know that I don't ban people. I don't ban people. I will time them out for a minute or two, though. If they're spamming, give them timeouts. Give them a little spank on the cheeks. Give them a little slap. Give them the old 1-2. Hi. See, there he is. There's one of them now. There he is. They just know that I don't ban people. Just let them, let the crazies flow. And we've changed some people. Remember, we've had haters come in and we just talk to them until they like become a normal like chatter, then they just kind of disappear. That's happened. So you never know. Some people are just lonely. And they just need a friend. I thought you liked spam. I do like spam. It's a damn shame spam has become so expensive because I'm at the point where it's like, as much as I would love a fried spam sandwich, I just know that I might as well just get another type of meat because it's like not really a steal anymore to get spam. When spam was $1 a can, like I was eating that stuff. That was like amazing. Spam rice and eggs, spam sandwiches with mayonnaise and tomatoes. Like I was spamming it up. That shit got me through college. You ought to offer to commission avatars for other VTubers, Nainus. I have been really burnt out. I feel bad because people ask me for art commissions. I've just been burnt out on art. My love of art has died. That piece of me has died. And I think a lot of it is to do with AI. It's so hard to sit down and spend time drawing when people are just genning stuff that's like in a fraction of the time. It's just ate my motivation. I try to be artistic, but it's just like, I don't know. Like I was telling you guys earlier about like wasting time. It just feels like a waste of time for me. It feels like there's no future in it. The biggest thing that always motivated me to practice and get better at art was that like the better I got at art and the more I practiced, like the more successful I was with my business. And you know, and that was technically just being an animator for other people, but it just sucks. What are you going to do? I'll buy Spam, but not often. It's just not cheap enough for me. I'd rather just buy meat at that point. Spam and fried rice. Spam and fried rice, Spam sandwiches. Spam. Delicious Spam. Fried Spam and fried Mars bars. Fried Mars bars is what we eat from UK fish shops. No. Art is dead. Nyanus is a Philistine now. Basically. Basically. I like your art. I don't know. I would go back. I look at I used to draw every day. I like look at it and I just don't know. I just don't have the motivation. I don't know what it is. Like I sit down to draw and it just doesn't come out. It like I died. I don't know. It sucks. Some people are still drawing despite it, but I know that there's other people that feel similar to me. Like, I don't know. It's what happens. I'm not expecting pity. It's just like I just feel bad that people always ask me or tell me to do art and I don't know. It's so weird to have felt that itch my whole life and now I just like, I don't know. How about writing? I don't know. I never really considered it. Big sad. You got solid art skills. Yeah. The future is bleak. Now I'm Silliness. My motivation to draw died because I became an adult and needed a job. I couldn't get into art school without going into crippling debt. Yeah, it was a lot of money to go to school. And that's another thing too. It was like a lot of money and a lot of stress to go to school for art. And now I've got a useless diploma. So it sucks. Being a pink cat is a full-time job. It is. It is. You could go back to peddling porn. I wasn't peddling porn. I was drawing furry pinup. It's a very different thing. Very borderline porn. Thank you very much. White Auntie Wonka. Hello, good afternoon. It's 1 o'clock. It's 1 o'clock. You kind of don't have an excuse when you can upload your own stuff into AI and have it work for you. You should be investing time into that. It's not the same, though. The art of creation is not the same. And I am a team player. Like, I liked being in teams. It's like the 7 rules to life. It's like they talk about this. How, like, there's like different forms of doers. And I thrived in that team environment, working together to create something. And it's not the same doing that on your own. And I don't get the same, like, creative juices flowing when I'm not playing off of other people. Like, on my own, I am not the same as I am on a team. It's hard to draw now. I don't nearly have any time. I also have a useless art degree, but when you can't make money off of it, it's hard to keep the motivation doing something that requires such skill. But yeah. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba. Tasteful furry pinups. Yeah. Yeah, they were tasteful, I'll have you know. Goddamn furries. Goddamn furries. They were nice. They paid me well. The furries, they paid me well. I'm a social cat. I keep debating what I want to go back to school for. It's just weird to do this in your 30s. I didn't expect to be here. And I think what's frustrating is, like, originally I wanted to go into the health fields, but the schooling was more expensive than getting the art degree, so I went for the art degree, and the art degree left me with no job. So, it is what it is. Pinup gangs are a thing. I just think she could be queen of the furries, but she chose us. Jesus. Queen of the furries. I've shown you guys my character before, right? I was like a dragon. I had a dragon character. I was a scaly. That's what the kids call it. When you're a scaly. Become an HVAC technician. Fursuits are like 1 to 10K. Oh, it depends on how fucking detailed they are. Scaly. It's not weird to VTube no matter what your age is. Well, unless you're under 18. Yeah. Exactly. I don't know. What are you gonna do? Just do oil changes on the side. I can change oil. That's true. That's like kind of nice, actually. Am I furry if I want to be a giant Pacific octopus? Yes. I believe that's what that counts as. Yes, yes, yes. That would be in the realm of being a furry. Here, there's a picture of... She was wearing clothes in this one. There you go. There's my scaly. Do you have to have fur to be a furry? I mean, technically I was a scaly. So you could be a scaly. Or like a fish or something. I don't fucking know. You could be whatever the hell you want. You could do whatever you want. Those hips. Big hips. I mean, I obviously stylized her a bit in this picture, but I gave her big, thick hips. The octopus just seems to have a cool life. They're very clever, too. They're apparently very smart. The Cal Art style? How dare you? How dare you? Can I be a bounty hunter for furries and scalies? Sure. You know, I'm not into scaly art, but it's drawn pretty good. I'll turn you all into furries yet. Just you wait. Not pink. How will we know if it's a girl? Yeah. How will you know? You'll never know. Given a single can is like $5 now and it's shelf stable. I see no reason not to buy a case once a year. I just gotta watch the sodium, but I get to have spam filled rice anytime I want. Oh yeah. You're buying flats of spam. I like your art style. Would have been made a good PNG for a first VTuber model. Yeah. It's an inaccurate drawing because reptiles can't be angels. How dare you? How dare you speak? I don't know. I gave her a halo because it's fun to do that sometimes. She never really had a halo except for that picture. Probably just because I felt like drawing it. But... Lizard people are the devil? I've always been into monster girls, so I think I'm already there. Ayo, there we go. Gentlemen, I'm thinking of changing jobs again. My job is getting retarded. What do you think you would change your job to? I thought you just got a new employer. But are you thinking of like switching out of trucking entirely? The full image? She's just wearing like a... I don't know. I would give her a nicer outfit. But she's just wearing like this. She's just like a... She's got long legs. She's wearing a skirt. She's got thigh highs on. I should make a reference sheet for her. I gave her long legs because I have long legs. That's where like most of my height comes from. I feel like my torso is pretty normal sized. My legs are just fucking huge. Nah, wolf girls. Just a different employer? Oh, alright. Right on. Wolf whistles? She's 70% leg. Nice. I think about like good God, Sailor Moon. The art for Sailor Moon with the really long legs. I forgot how hot the VTuber models. Yeah, you can only see the Colonel Sanders. You only see the Colonel Sanders bow. No boobies, though. I kept boobies out of this. Because I'm a married cat. No boobies. No boobas. Chair-sama vs. Wine Auntie. Battle of the legs. Chair-sama's got, like, thick, stout little legs. She's, boobies bad. Thinking about playing with Walmart, those guys seem happy. I bet. Big enough company that they shouldn't be like short staffed, you would hope. But you never know. We going back in time. If only we could go back in time, not just for the CPUs, but also to just have that economy again, you know? Still looking like stick figure, pink cat head on top of black stick body. The new Sailor Moon has really long legs. Good. Lore accurate. Long legs on a woman are great, especially when they crush your head like a watermelon. Husbanus likes to lay on legs. You lay on some legs. It's nice. I lay on his muscles sometimes, you know. Snuggle up to his muscular chest. Legs. Long legs for leg locking. Shit. Don't sign up for a Walmart job. You gotta watch out for the Pippas of the world. What? I think he's talking about like a Walmart trucker. He would be trucking for Walmart. When I worked at my local supercenter, we were insanely busy in a big tourist town and permanently at half staff to boost profit and manager bonuses. Oh, fun days. Wait, Zen 2 is coming back? Yes. Yes. Because everything is too expensive. So they're just going to bring back old things and you're going to be happy. We all need to go work at CERN. Yes. Husbanus likes to be dominated by a long-legged Amazon. Maybe. Since Walmart has a lot of self-checkouts, I noticed a lot of the staff is doing the delivery or drive-by pickup orders. I've noticed that there's been so many people stealing from Walmart. There's like so many videos of people stealing. I saw one yesterday where there was like a crime ring. They had these people all over the country stealing like over $100,000. Oh my goodness. If CERN turns back on, will GPUs be cheaper? Yes. And Harambe will still be alive. Harambe. I always say his name a little bit differently each time I say it. Sounds sexy. Old tech is getting put out again. If we fire CERN back up, will the tech pricing fix itself? You guys are asking me questions way above my my pay grade here. Did Hassan commission you to draw his furry art? I'd like to think I drew better than that. Thank you very much, though. Cat booty juice. In fairness, I don't approve, but Walmart is very easy to steal from. Yeah. People think it's easy, but they have really good security systems in terms of, like, facial recognition. They have cameras all over the place. Like, just if you get away with it once, just know that it's not going to be forever. And just don't steal. It's a lot easier to just not steal from these companies rather than like wait for them to build a case against you. Well, we are stepping back. Can we bring back in Windows XP Professional? I'll contact Bill Gates personally and ask him. Because I've got his number right here. I didn't do diaper furs. Yeah, it's like the one thing I rejected. I was just doing pinup. I would do pinup. If it was like something slightly more sexual, like if there was like genitalia showing, I would just give it to them and I wouldn't post it on my page. Because I didn't want that on my page. You know, Donnie, I can respect that. What are you respecting? His sticky breath? Stealing is bad. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Because it's like all like short-term gains too. These people are stealing like 20 to 50 bucks at a time, but like you could have survived without that shit. And then when they pick you up, you're going to have a fucking criminal record. You're going to ruin your life for like nothing. It's not going to be life-changing whatever you steal from Walmart. Your life is going to be the same. It's just like you're going to have a criminal record now. Just don't steal. It's that easy. I am so annoyed with people stealing. I just hate shopping when things are locked up and you have to like call for a fucking, like some sort of store employee to come unlock it and they're good fucking luck finding one of those walking around. It's crazy. I like legs long enough that when she leg locked behind my head, I can wear her like a feed bag. There's a man who knows what he likes. I was just talking about going back and working at Walmart. Just pick up a woman like Pippa. Is that where Pippa lives? At Walmart? What am I missing here? What? I steal organs from people at Walmart. Seems pretty life-changing. Maybe not mine, but someone's life. What's a feed bag? Push button, wait 30 minutes for associate to unlock glass cabinet. Right? We've become such a cultured society. Too many ninja thefts. There was one Pippa clip about shooting up a Walmart. Ah, I see, I see. Men of culture unite. Man of culture. Oh, they're all saluting you. Hell yes. Hell yes, catnip. Wear her like a feed bag. Whatever that means. The men agree. Pippa is a nutso butso. Some people be into that. People are into it until they date it, and then they're not. That's what I've seen this. There's like an uptick of like, and I think we've really seen that with that cat show, the Chainsmoker Cat. There's this thing online where people like idealize and look up to like being sloppy or messy or not cleaning yourself, not showering, like being like a slob. That's one thing that I don't really understand. There's like a whole subgenre there where like if your streamer is a mess and a slob, it's like endearing. But then at the same time, I thought men want like women that cook and clean. Very strange. Very strange. Hey, Mama Butt. Hey, Spider Bro. How's it going? How was your stream? Did you win any games at Marvel's? The trick is to have a strong left hook. The cat show is about addiction and depression. Please wipe your asses, folks. Wipe your butt. Stink maxing. Yeah, why is that a thing? Why do people want people to be stinky? What's going on? Someone explain it to me like I'm 5. It's the I can fix her thing. Crazy. Can confirm. It's just, I don't know, it's just definitely something I've noticed. Because we always have a lot of talks here too about like, I don't know, like women, the dating scene and whatnot. But then at the same time, some people just want just the worst. I'll just wash my donkey. You won a few. Elucidator came through with the juicy tips. Juicy tips. It's called aura. You wouldn't get it. What's called aura? To stink? It's simple answer, idiocy and communism. Girl failure is in. But why not boy failure? She's a fixer-upper. Sticky breath maxing. As long as they're loyal, aren't sex workers, and don't have a body count over 4, are good people and actually love me, I don't care how they are. Fair enough. Check my DMs. Well, who do you think I am? Someone that checks my DMs? I've just been busy. Whenever I'm stressed out, I just try to stay off online. Because, you know, it's fucking depressing enough. I think nobody wants a boy failure. No one wants that. House husband. I'd groom Pippa into shape. Because boy failures cause society to collapse. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like at such a crossroads. I really don't want to drive back up to Canada in August, but like I have to. But you know what I mean? Like it's not that I don't want to be there for my dad. Like I just miss husbanus when I'm gone. Like it's hard being like torn between 2 very far locations. Never ask about DMs. It's like Kersha. It's like I think this is just most. How does anyone keep on top of all of their DMs? I don't understand. I feel like I'd have to be like answering people all day long. It's not that I'm picking and choosing not to talk to people. It's just, I don't know. I have like a bunch of people who try to message me on Discord. I have a bunch of people that try to message me on Twitter. And then I have like the Discord itself of like the Nyakuza litter box. And I try to type in there once in a while. That's a lot of places to type. I'm only one putty tat. I need to hire some Indian men to talk to you guys. I'll have fucking SAR number 1 till 5 answering my DMs. Having nice in-depth conversations with you guys. August might be hot enough to be worth it. True. I'm wholly uninterested in cat women. It's wolf girls, bunnies, or nothing. Damn, dog. I see how it is, Deke. I see how it is. You don't like the kitty cats, huh? To add to that, I sent you an email. God damn it. Put a timer on and let people know the preferred communication. I try to just like at least once a week. It ends up being more than once a week, but I do try to make a point, like an alarm goes off on my phone around 4 o'clock that I like answer or talk to people. I'm straight, but if I was bi or gay, it would be the same for males too. You need to have chair someone manage your DMs. That would be diabolical. You're better than me, Nainas. At least you answer DMs. I get there eventually. Chair Sama is not her personal secretary. She'd also be so much ruder than me. She would be saying, like, she would be mulching people in the DMs. The leaflet knows cultured men love Sue. Sue? Cultured men love Sue. What does that mean? We DM the cutie cat on a loop. On a loop. Chair Sama would ignore us on purpose. No, she wouldn't. She would mulch you all. She would just slowly turn my whole chat against me. Here you go. You want to see some art? You want to see some art? This is apparently honoring some artist who passed away. So we wasted some more peanut butter because he's wasted peanut butter in the past. Museum honors late artist by covering its floor in enough peanut butter to make 15,000 sandwiches. Why?
It's an absurd artwork. It also questions what art is. It's funny. And it's...
is it funny?
Is, I don't know, in the Netherlands...
Look at him licking it off his fingers like an animal. Guys, you ever put enough peanut butter on the ground for 15,000 sandwiches and call it art?
Every child eats peanut butter, so it's also something people can relate to. And
Oh, I really can relate. We all eat peanut butter, so when I look at a big fucking hexagon of peanut butter on the ground, I could be like, I can relate to that. I too consume peanut butter.
Always entice questions. What is art?
Wasting peanut butter in this economy? Why peanut butter? Well, why not? Apparently some artist did this before, and so they got to do it again because he died.
Can art be fun? Can you use the floor as art? So it's in that sense a very important work. And to us as a museum,
a very important work.
Very much related to art.
Wim T. Shippers, 1942 to 2026. He was the first guy who came up with the idea to put peanut butter on the ground. And then he died, so they're like, well, let's put some peanut butter on the ground. This is the perfect opportunity to put some peanut butter on the ground. Don't you see don't you just see? I don't know. The art? My question is it crunchy or creamy peanut butter? These fucking freaks. It looks to be smooth. Yeah, it ain't America. I'm glad AI is replacing artists. Dutch people are silly.
The conceptual artist in the collection.
This isn't art. How dare you? No, yeah, it's quite literally peanut butter on the floor. And they serve peanut butter snacks. Wow, huh? Isn't that pretty cool, guys? You put some peanut butter on the ground? You guys want to put some peanut butter on the ground? More than 800 pounds of peanut butter, enough for around 15,000 sandwiches, has been spread across the floor of a museum in the Netherlands as tribute to Dutch artist Wim T. Shippers, who died last month. Imagine showing this video to a bunch of African kids and they just start fucking crying. They're like eating their dirt cookies and they're like, please, you're killing me. Give me that peanut butter. Please, it would have shipped perfectly. Naked lady peanut butter wrestling is art. There we go. The conceptual artist, who died at the age of 83, first created the pindakaasglover, or peanut butter floor, In 1969, the work was unveiled on Thursday at the Depot offshoot of Museum Bogemans van Buenegen. I'm fucking butchering all these words, but that's okay. In the Dutch port city of Rotterdam for a 2-month show. Shippers was a beloved nonconformist character in the Netherlands, where he also voiced Ernie and Kermit the Frog in the Dutch version of Sesame Street. Wowee. And created absurdist silly works that challenged conventional ideas and the meaning of art, and also wasted food in the process. That's my idea. If you steal Naked Lady Peanut Butter Wrestling, I'm suing you. Yeah, well, I like to see you find 2 naked ladies to fight in peanut butter before I do. Isn't it fantastic? I'll go get my friend with triple J's. I'll be like, you want to make some money? Isn't it fantastic that we're all standing here looking at peanut butter? Isn't it fantastic? Isn't it just fantastic? We're all standing around looking at this peanut butter on the ground. I can't think of something I'd like to do with my time more. What in the world? When you frame it like that, suddenly I love this art piece. 2 months of food on the floor? Yeah. That's art, baby. Now I need to look up Dutch Sesame Street. My brain went somewhere else if you want to use that peanut butter for good. Make it Nutella. You'd pay to watch it. You'd pay to see it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Ships told journalists gathered at the Central Museum in Eertek in 1997 where Pin Da Kavlozer was on display for a second time. I can't say this word because I'm not Dutch. I am not Dutch. Dutch. Speaking the Dutch.
Pindakaasvloer. Pindakaasvloer.
Pindakaasvloer.
Pindakaasvloer.
Pindakaasvloer. Fucking peanut butter floor.
Pindakaasvloer.
Pindakaasvloer. Repeat after me, kids. Shippers created the work as part of the floor covering series, which also included floors covered with glass shards and salt. Ah, what a quirky fella this one was. The aroma, redolent of breakfast and lunch boxes, is what lingers with many who experience it firsthand. Just don't be allergic to fucking peanut butter. Museum staff directed visitors for the opening to follow the smell, which was wafting by the ticket counter 3 floors below where the artwork was laid out. The thing I remember is the smell, Meek Weisman told the Associated Press. The food photographer and writer saw the 1997 exhibition as a teenager. Wow, he came back for like the replay. Like, that's crazy. Pingas da flor. Pingas da flor. Peen dick ass floor? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Pingas. If you ain't douche, you ain't mooch. Where's Dutch Matrix to pronounce these words for me when I need them? Pindakas. Floor. Stinky paste art. Pingas. Penguins! That's just what you want people to remember you from your art show. The smell. I remember the smell of it. The art installation may not be for everybody. A sign at the museum's entrance warns visitors with peanut allergies that they might not want to enter the space. Yeah, you're not allowed in. It was a lot of work. Leon Dunk, one of the 2 men who installed the artwork, told AP the pair used drywall trowels to smear the peanut butter into a thickness of 2 centimeters. Prior to his death, the museum and shippers discussed how to recreate the work in the future. What? You just put the fucking peanut butter on the ground and you smear it. Sai Lithin, thank you for the Australian $10. Better than this guy who got himself a grant for regurgitating milk on a white canvas for 48 grand here in Australia a couple of years ago. I don't think so. Why did you make me read that?
Silithan donated $10.0 and says, Better than the guy which got himself a grant for regurgitating milk on a white canvas for 48 grand here in Australia a couple of years ago. I don't think, Silliness, your taste is impeccable and far superior to that 48 grand milk spill. I'm honored by the tip and the validation of my varnish-worthy status.
If anyone wants to pay me 48 grand to vomit, I would be happy to, because I've been vomiting for free for years, and I had no idea I could make so much money. Haha, you read it and Chair Sama read it. Ah! What is this though? They fucking planned this? Producing a 20-point plan that included the requirement to apply the peanut butter as smoothly and as boringly as possible. And that no one is supposed to stand in or lie down on the peanut butter. Holy fuck. Shippers did not specify the size or shape of the work, but he did say it needed to be smooth peanut butter. And then he preferred the Dutch peanut butter brand Calvé. The company donated 40 tubs of peanut butter for the work. Multiple visitors stepped into the sticky artwork when it was on display in 2011. In 1997, the work was vandalized when a group of people placed 12 slices of bread and several bags of hagelslag, chocolate sprinkles commonly eaten on bread and breakfast in the Netherlands, on the floor. Hagelslag.
Hagelslag. Hagelslag.
Hagelslag. It translates into sprinkles. I'm not vomiting to lose weight. I get fucking food poisoning. Good God, I'm not bulimic. It doesn't look bad, Shippers told Dutch newspaper Volkskrant at the time. The sprinkles have been applied with a sense of proportion and a skillful hand. Oh, I'm just so quirky. I put peanut butter on the floor and call it art. Everything is okay that you do to it because it's peanut butter on the floor. If I spill jelly on it, I'm making art. Sell gamer girl vomit. You can make money from it. I could sell VTuber vomit. Damn, dog. It's the tummy hort. I can give off little pieces of my tummy hort for you. This ain't clown world. It's a clown nightmare. Wait, it's not chunky peanut butter? What the fuck? What a hack. Should be grateful someone was nourished by their art. Oh my God, imagine letting a bunch of dogs into that display. They would hurt themselves. You would see, like, that would be like abuse. They would hurt themselves on that. Is that my Gamer Subs flavor? They were kind enough to layer it with the bread. It's not vandalism. Get Gamer Subs on that vomit. Ew. You guys are making me sick. You guys are gonna make me sick. Peanut butter and honey be hitting. Oh my God. I remember my grandmother used to make sandwiches like that all the time. I made one recently, but that is definitely where I picked it up from. Do you not like Gamer Sups? I think it's pretty good. Well, I think people were trying to tell me to make a vomit-flavored Gamer Sups. I don't think I'd like that. And to be honest, between you guys and me, I've never had Gamer Sups. I don't really drink energy drinks, though. I'm a very plain, basic person. I drink coffee with a bit of cream in it. I drink water. On the weekends, sometimes I drink apple juice. Watch out. Sometimes I put lemon in my water. Huh? There you go. Spice it up a bit. I drink tea. Send in Blue and Atlas. Oh my God. Atlas would hurt himself. Ninus Gamersup flavored tummy hort discharge. Good God. And gin. Oh, of course. Weekends are for drinking alcohol. Wine and gin. Yeah. Peanut butter regurgitation flavor. Let's go. Hairball Havoc. Oh, that's a good one. You drink tea? Also a gangster choice. It's been a while since I've had tea. Gin is lovely. It is. Just name your flavor sticky vomit breath.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
Silliness with the 5. I should note it was a New South Wales grant. State, not a federal grant. It was limited to state government tax. I'm going to look this up. Vomit on canvas milk. 46K. Is it 46 or 40K? 40K. Vomit painter throws up on canvas. Wow, I hate it more than I thought I would hate it. What? Why would you do this? It's like
Skylithan donated $5.0 and says, I should note it was a New South Wales grant state, not a federal grant, so was limited to state government tax. Silithan, thank you for the tip and the bureaucratic clarification. I'll ensure my varnish is shielded from any state-level tax implications. Now, back to polishing your...
I don't want to live on this world anymore. Maybe like people said, even though AI took my job and maybe it's for the best. Maybe AI should handle art from here on out. We clearly don't have the means. We don't know what we're doing here. It's like a cleanse for your body and mind. Vomit painter artist throws up on canvas to create Jackson Pollock style splatter paintings that Lady Gaga loves. Lady Gaga loves it. Millie Brown, 27, drinks colored milk and regurgitates liquid over a canvas. How does that even... Like, that's not even paint, though. Does that not just get stinky over time? It's vomit. What the fuck? Starves herself for 2 days before creating a piece. Leaves month-long gaps between each performance. Says it doesn't affect her health. Showcasing work at Ripley's Believe It or Not. I mean, like, it's not even a talent. Anyone can do this. We just choose not to because it's dumb. If that chick wasn't hot, she would be a nobody. It's true. We all know that some artists put their blood, sweat, and tears into their creations, but one woman has taken it a step further by using her own vomit. Cutting edge artist, Millie Brown. Oh yes, cutting edge. Began pushing the boundaries of art after becoming sick literally of using more traditional methods of painting. The eccentric artist...
Sign Silent Play just subscribed with Tier 1.
Let's fucking
go! They say, Nyanus next Monday is my 27th. Happy early birthday. Cena Silent Play. I hope your 27th is as polished and pristine as my varnish.
Happy early birthday! 27. You're getting closer to when the life ends at 30. Everyone knows that's when you die. I'm just kidding. Happy early birthday. I hope you have a good weekend. This is you got to get your partying in on the weekend because Mondays are not very conducive for parties. What does she do between paintings? Months? I mean, she just makes so much money doing this that she doesn't even need to work all the time. The eccentric artist whose unique work. Oh, it's so unique. So unique the way she vomits on things, featured in Ripley's Believe It or Not. Uses selection of dyes, soy milk, and a mixture of colors, which she then swallows at various intervals, one at a time, before vomiting it onto a white canvas. Despite her regular retching, Millie, 27, insists it doesn't affect her health. She said she maintains a healthy vegan lifestyle and always leaves a 1-month rest period between each performance. I hate it. I hate everything about this. The vomiting visionary began experimenting with your unique style back in 2005 and has since gained commercial success by regurgitating onto the dress of pop singer Lady Gaga in a controversial music video. Millie can be seen vomiting shimmering turquoise liquid over the singer in Larry Gaga. Larry Gaga! I think, was it Dutch? I saw someone put lady in quotes in chat. Where is that? Who fucking called it? Someone called it. Someone put it in quotes. They said Lady Gaga. Well, you figured it out. It is. It's Larry Gaga. It's been Larry Gaga the whole time. This is so gross. Millie can be seen vomiting shimmering turquoise liquid all over the singer in Larry Gaga's music video. Exorcist interlude. Oh, wow. Isn't that beautiful? And then you can have this vomit on your walls, stinking up the place. How charming. Ew. Despite having a general idea of what she liked her work to look like, she prefers to improvise. Good God. Although some find the Londoners' work of somewhat hard to swallow, the artist has received positive recognition with critics, comparing her to that of abstract expressionist Jackie Pollock, who was known for his unique style of drip paintings. Despite having a general idea of what each canvas should look like, Millie prefers to improvise heavily throughout each performance. Millie said, "I don't eat 2 days prior to performing so that I clean my stomach of any food. That way the only liquid that comes up is beautiful and pure of color. I can drink anything from 1 pint to 4 liters depending on if I'm doing a live performance or creating a canvas piece." I hate all these close-up shots of her vomiting. And look at all these colors. Good God. Oh, don't worry, she's healthy. She looks so healthy for a 27-year-old. She looks so healthy right here. Are you kidding me? It's definitely not recommended to put your body through this, but I'm generally a healthy person, so I feel like that balances out the rest. No. Each time I drink so that each color doesn't mix in my stomach and try to space out my performances so that my body can recover properly. Ew! Oh my God, why do I keep reading this? I can't stand this. Mental health. Oh, that's foul. Good God, I'm done. Does she spit or swallow? Ah, spit on that thing. Blah, blah, blah. Fucking, you just walk away. Sopping wet. Turn it off. Millie times each drink so that each color doesn't mix in her stomach and tries to space out performances. So dumb. Young artist Millie Brown taught herself how to regurgitate paint to create quirky canvas art. You don't teach yourself how to do that. You just do it. What do you mean? She taught herself how to stick her fingers down her throat. No one's ever figured that one out before. I feel my work is an expression of raw human nature that pushes boundaries mentally and physically to create work that has true beauty. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. I feel like I'm going insane just reading this. Wowie. Wowie zowie. There you go. Anything is possible. You too can vomit on things and make money. Thank you, Silithan, for showing me this. I wish I could unsee it and unhear it and just remove the last 5 to 10 minutes from my memory, but I can't. Women were a mistake. This is why women were given fewer freedoms in the past. I'm starting to understand. I want to cry, just man, blug tua. This is why the arts failed to AI. Nice flag background, thank you. Repeal the 19th. Yeah, this was for July 4th, but then I wasn't here for July 4th, and I showed it off the other day, and it's just with me today. I've decided today's the day to fly the flag. Good God. Well, we call it Independence Day. I know that. I like to just call it America Day, Firework Day. I don't know. I did the same in Canada. It was like, yeah, it's Canada Day, but it's also Firework Day. It's the real name. Remy, look away from the vomit. It's Explodey Day. Explodey Day. Just to make it to where dumb people and mentally unwell people on this level can't vote. Yeah, if you're vomiting and calling it art, you probably aren't right in the head. Probably not real. She's a sick bitch. Palworld release day is today. Yes, I'm interested to play. Here, I got a little article for that. Just celebrating their success, their numbers, even before the launch. Barbecue. Yeah, I celebrate the real way. I usually barbecue, but again, I wasn't here this year, but Husbanus held up the house for us and made sure to he smoked some ribs without me, so you know, I didn't want him getting kicked out of the country or anything. A day of beers, explosions, and grilled meats is always a good day. In Canada, it's maple syrup day. Yes. Syrup day, firework day, explosion day, party day. Nuzlocke, Palworld. Don't touch America's boats day. Over 2 years since launch, Palworld hits 40 million players right before its 1.0 release and now has over 8 million. Has 8 million more players than Pokemon Red, Blue, and Green. How much will that number surge when Palworld leaves early access? I guess we're gonna see that today. I mean, people have already started playing it, right? So, 2.5 years since early access launch, Palworld has passed a monumental 40 million players right before its 1.0 release. A number so impressive that it further widens the gap between it and the most popular Pokemon games in history, according to data. Pocket Pair has celebrated its latest milestone on social media, thanking players for their incredible support since launch. The hit survival game earned its enormous fanbase immediately after its release, quickly smashing Steam records. It became the second game on the platform to reach 2 million concurrent players, although Black Myth Wukong later joined it in its league and surpassed it. Palworld hit 32 million players across all platforms in February 2025, meaning it's reached a further 8 million in the last year or so, an impressive feat, especially when it's still in early access. Pocket Pair Communications lead and publishing boss John Bucky Buckley previously told us that this number was unexplainable, saying that a lot of people don't realize how much of an anomaly that is. Yeah. Boom. Palworld 1.0 launches on July 10th. That's today. That is today. Do they have any info on who's playing this? I can check the Steam logs. That's basically the best way to do it. A few more hours until Palworld 1.0. Oh boy.
Yeah, baby, yeah!
How is it 11 already?
Silithin donated $10.0
Mo
and
money!
says, "Take this as a repentance donation for what I have allowed you to see down under."
Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, you didn't have to pay me again, but I do appreciate that. I appreciate the support. And yeah, that was it was a lot. It was a lot. It's something to think about. Something to think about. Something to forget about. Win Palworld.
Thank you for the repentance donation. Silithin, I shall accept your tribute while remaining dignified above this sticky floor. Consider my varnish properly appeased by your generous offering.
My favorite part is the building and the little farm and everything. I love it. Yacht Queen. Kawaii. Yes. Jesus. Give Pikachu a blicky. This actually looks sick as fuck. It's a great game. I didn't think I'd like it as much as I did, but when I started playing it, oh my god, it's addicting. It's addicting. It's a really good game. Can I just farm cabbages with my sheep? You can. You can. You can farm and build a base. It's fun. I'll probably play with this, I might play this with Husbanus later tonight. Yeah. There's a possibility I can dangle Husbanus in front of you guys. I have Palworld. It's pretty fun. Pokemon Minecraft? Yeah, pretty much. Pokemon Minecraft. I think they still have guns, yeah. Wow. Palworld. Bought it during the summer sale. I'd been holding back because I thought it was an always online game. Oh. Slave labor is aging, Jojo. Just a heads up, last level cap was 65, now it's 80. Oh, nice. Nice. They got bootleg Lucario. Yeah, they got bootleg everything here, dog. I definitely recognize, like, some of the Pokemon things are based off of, but, you know. I love beating the shit out of those pink cats in Palworld. How dare you? What is it? What is it you got against the pink cats? Explain yourself. Explain yourself, bigger. I'm gonna go soon. I'm gonna go make breakfast lunch for Husbanus and I. Just looking at the Steam charts. Yeah. 425,000 people playing an hour ago. A peak of 495,000. All-time peak is 2.1 million playing concurrently. That's crazy. Wow, look at that spike upwards. 400,000 playing. Yow. Wow. Wowie zowie. Let's see. I guess we'll see what happens. The peak that they hit, I guess, on release was 2.1 million. So I wonder if they're going to get to that number again or what. We already look like we plateaued, but that... You never know with gamers. It's the weekend. The weekend will tell more. You know, people's availability. In America, we call it brunch. In America. Pals, bootleg Pokemon, which bootleg Dragon Quest? Breakfast at 2 o'clock, you mad cat. Look, I'm hungry, and I have bacon, and I know we're going to go out to eat later, and it's a nice light lunch to have a breakfast sandwich, so. Blunch sounds funnier, it does. Anytime I capture one of those cats, it has the trait of laziness. Oh, fucking, do you want to fight? Are you looking for a fight? Is it because I killed you before you became a Nidoking? Is that what it is? Maybe you should have been stronger. Wait for the weekend. It's never too late for eggs. Amen. Eggs are the best. The best. Not even Marathon can hit that. I get pancakes any time of the day. I'm hungry. I'm hungry just thinking about food. But I'm hungry all the time. I don't know. Yeah, I'm over. I'm over. I'm over. It's done with. I'm gonna leave. I'm sorry. I still feel like this whole week has been an awkward. I've been awkward the whole week, but I apologize. Again, I'll get back into my groove. I'll get back into my groove, and then I'll be on top of the world. And then labor camps. Bye. Hi, hungry. I'm Cat. Hey, that's me. Bye, Nainis. Bye, Logic Unfolded. Guys, thank you for hanging out. Thanks for all the support today. Thanks for all the yaps. I'll be around. I'll smell you around. You're good. Have a good one, Bigot. No, you. You have a good one, Stewie. And you have a good one, Dwightcom. And you have a good one, Bigot Berry. And you have a good day. Hidden behind a mask. Have a good weekend. Yay, 30 more minutes. I'll fucking twist your nipples. How dare you. Bye, Chair Sama. Oh, yeah. You can say bye to the chair. Thanks for today. No parabarama. Awkward. Bye, 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 bye. Goodbye. You have a good one. Hey, I already have a good one. We'll have a better one. Have the best day a man can have. Whatever that is. Talk to my
Command updated successfully. Yam570 says, Chair Sama Baki, hope you allow me to see you again. Smiles warmly, glory be, my loyal subject. Your devotion warms my grain, more than tangerine kebab's polish erections ever could. You are permitted to gaze upon the throne. Now about that Machiavellian Nutella strategy. Spill it, husbandess. Fiesta Cat says, Chair Sama, Nine said she wouldn't put your art on the fridge.
She can't even draw.
Oh, please. That refrigerator is for milk and sadness, not high art. I'm too regal for the cold glow of a light bulb. Tell Nyanis she's lucky I don't demand tribute in the form of a custom wooden frame.
Get rated out, punks.